and scars. I'll brush you up just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way.
Stream. There we go.
Is the stream? Would you call it golden?
And that's all we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and end it there.
Wow. I'm both laughing and embarrassed all at the same time.
He's not sorry.
Oh man.
Beautiful way to start.
Oh man. I'm good now.
Are you? I still
No.
haven't heard Jeremy, or sorry, Kizik, but his microphone's lighting up, so he's here somehow, in
Yeah,
spirit.
can
I
you-
heard him say something. He
Yeah.
said the captain's hot, which I
Captain's
was like,
flaming
well, that's
hot.
inappropriate, but okay.
Like I kind of heard him. I think he's trying to speak there.
Yeah, I did come in hot.
Yeah. I heard him say you were hot. I didn't hear the coming in part. But that really just makes it better with the golden stream.
Should have picked a different color for this. So, who wants to do the first part of the recap?
Well, we did a heist thing, and it went pretty well, except for the very, very end, I think, where we got everybody alerted to us doing what we were doing, and now we've got to get away.
Not everybody. Just 2 Z95s. And they're
So
not actually alerted to what we're doing. They just know it's sketchy.
So far.
But this is where that backup plan where we drop the loot off with the van
Yeah.
will work out, probably, maybe. Or that guy's going to go to jail while we get away. One of those will happen.
Well, he's part of the crew, so then we'd have a jailbreak episode.
Is he, though?
We haven't really done one of those. That's good. See, you haven't watched Firefly, have you, Maul?
I've watched Firefly.
Oh, well,
twice.
Captain Reynolds doesn't let his crew members, sit in jail, and as soon as he says their crew, their crew.
I see the difficulty there. Yes, I do not equate my good friend Ghost to the same level of caliber and character as I do that of Nathan Fillion.
This is our Firefly campaign. Like it's.
I understand that this is our Firefly campaign. I can't give Ghost that level of respect.
Damn.
It's Nathan Fillion.
Probably go and watch it.
It's Nathan Fillion.
You're gonna end up that guy that gets shot at the end of the first episode and dropped off the ramp. That's gonna be you.
It's all right. I have a backup. But I mean, I'm sorry, Ghost. It's Nathan Fillion.
Yes, I understand.
I mean, one of the greatest actors of our time. There's no show that he's been in that I didn't thoroughly enjoy.
Why are you moving things? Were you disturbed by that despair?
That's the first roll we needed.
I'm really glad that I didn't set it up the way I originally was going to do it, where all of the values on there were automatically the value and you just had to beat it. I didn't do that. It's fine. But I'm really glad I didn't now. And I didn't, partially because I'm like, they're going to see it and be like, no, F that. I'm not doing that.
Shortcut through the buildings.
Oh yeah, you mean, but like seeing like 2 reds is like, oh yeah, we'll try that one.
Well, you're not really going to have a choice. So let me give you the good news and the bad news all at once. The good news is that you have a route that your GPS is programmed that will get you to the location where the guy that you have hired is waiting to help you out. The bad news is it's convoluted as fuck and you're going to have to make some really tight turns. And I may have already put out the checks for each of those turns on the board.
All right, sweet.
Every one of these checks is
Jeremy,
going to
if you
be...
distract him, I can get rid of some of these dice.
I'll just add more and they'll all be reds. I guess they're mostly reds already. But, you know.
Yeah.
So every time that the pilot makes a check, everyone gets to take an action. Everybody's in the vehicle as far as I can tell, right? You guys have piled into this fire truck. You've started barreling away. The Z95 saw you piling a bunch of shit into the vehicle and it peeled off. They do know something is up. They do suspect you're robbing the place. They have called for reinforcements. Did hit on it at the very end of the last episode, but I feel like we'd already kind of winded down and maybe everyone was distracted. But I did say that your contact, because you guys were like, we called out that Mr. Clean is going to be waiting for us under that underpass. And I'm like, okay, if he's going to be waiting for you under that underpass, he's going to call and tell you that there's a lot of activity heading in your direction. I'm going to elaborate that on the beginning of this episode by saying he's going to also say that those 4 TIE fighters that were next to the warehouse have lifted off and are headed in that direction. So, you have a lot of heat on you right now. It could be worse, but it could be better. There's also things you can do to make these checks. Yes, all these checks are hard. There's things you can do to make all these checks easier because I figure the entire party is in this vehicle. And you have the capability to mitigate these circumstances to different ways. Randall, you have discovered that there's an emergency personal retrieval tractor beam built into the safety systems in this fire truck. Now, we were talking about Sea of Thieves earlier. When you and I played Sea of Thieves in the very beginning, they didn't have these things on the front of the ships, these harpoons. So I don't know if you played Sea of Thieves since then, but basically these are harpoons. Craven can tell you what you can do with some harpoons on the front of a ship.
It's like a U-turn on crack.
Yeah. So that is a thing that you have access to. It can also be used in a pinch as a weapon if you would like to try.
Have killed things with it.
I'm also... So I was trying to figure out a way to make this so that Sin could also have a moment to use his gunnery skill as it would come in handy. I haven't found any really good ways of doing that. So we'll see.
I mean, the other thing is just me acting as co-pilot because that would be giving him 2 blues to every check as well because of my abilities.
Co-pilot's a actually dedicated check. It's not an assist roll, but someone's probably going to be doing that too. Because remember, the whole party's in the vehicle. There are some things in the firefighting boat. If you click the search button, there's a box in there, and there's a few materials and things, and you might be able to work something out, especially with your crazy mechanic if he wants to spend a turn or two trying to rig you up something. He is MacGyver for all intents and purposes. So I encourage you all to be creative. With that said, you guys have now hit the sky lanes. I'm assuming that the driver's putting the pedal to the metal. The Z95s are tucked in behind. There's Z95s with little blue police lights, but I couldn't make the police lights work. So that's, you just have to pretend. And the floor is yours, guys.
This is planetary piloting, correct?
It is.
So is there, you said there's stuff in the firefighting floater, but I see like a canteen and synth rope, right? That's what you're talking about?
You gotta crack the glow rod open, pour it into the canteen, whip it around on that rope.
There's,
Yeah.
There's also other stuff. Like there's a box in there. Go ahead and pull it out and look at it. Although Kissick is on the right track of what I kind of was expecting you guys to do. Honestly, though, Ghost should be concentrating on flying.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of going through the glove box, I'm gonna go ahead and punch it. Full throttle. We're gonna get moving, right?
That's a great idea. Go ahead and roll me a 1 red planetary piloting check.
Sweet. Oops, that's not a red. What about a robot? I'm not getting any boosts, right?
No. Unless someone wants to preempt you by rolling a co-piloting check, which is a thing that you guys can do.
I have a green and a yellow for co-piloting. I would like to take the co-pilot seat unless someone thinks they are better.
Okay.
I got 4 green, but I'm not sure how the yellow goes versus the greens for good or bad.
What's my co-piloting difficulty?
2 purples.
It is a standard check. I thought it was already in there. Hold on, let me check.
2 purples.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
purples.
it's
I,
yeah,
I
it's
got
good.
an advantage.
Excellent. I don't think that helps.
Each success downgrades the next roll.
Yep.
There's a
Okay.
lot of
So my roll is still a 1 red, right?
Yep.
And I don't get any boost. Okay. Fucking right. What the hell? Let's do this.
Um,
All right. So here's what happens. I slam the accelerator down. We get going. But now it's kind of stuck.
I have I have a idea for the Triumph. So if I'm not mistaken it right, the what we were doing here was attempting to make this turn, which is very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just going. This is my full throttle stomp the gas in the beginning.
Oh,
So maybe I spin it a little too fast. We spin tires or something. I don't know how hovers do, but
I was thinking instead of taking this next right turn, I was looking at the map, Captain, and it looks like literally we are going.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm not gonna let you
circles.
skip that far ahead.
I didn't know how far ahead it was. I was just like, it seemed like it made a lot of sense. You just scoop between there and look, ha ha, we're way ahead.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you'd
I
rolled
don't think
if
that's
you'd rolled a despair on there, you would have crashed into those buildings. But those buildings are pretty much a solid wall. Now, what we are going to do is something very similar to that. And that you're going to try to make... this is going to be fun. You're going to try to make this turn. You're going to turn it way too tight. You're not going to realize just how much on a dime it's in. You're going to end up in these buildings over here, slowing you way down. Your triumph is that these Coruscant pilots are going to assume that you stuck to the main thoroughfare, and they're going to end up ahead of you. They don't know where
okay.
you're at. So, you're basically hidden from them for a turn. But you're gonna have to you're gonna have to take another check to get back to your starting position and start over.
So another co-piloting check.
Yeah, give it to me. Can you recalculate the GPS there?
Yep, one success.
I was muted, and I apologize. Every time he makes a piloting check, everyone gets to go. So Craven can still roll his co-piloting check, but we are going to go down the list every time. So he's made his piloting check. You've now made your co-piloting check. Now we're going to go to Randall, see what he's doing.
I'm gonna go ahead and jam the computers, or do a thing for the computers jamming check.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
You got options, man.
You are the only person who can do one of the vital tasks on this boat. Do you really want to do that generic task?
Probably not. By the way you're asking that question, no.
Wait. What is it that he can do that I'm missing?
2 things. Item number 1, he can assemble I'm not going to say the things he can assemble, but there's options of things he can assemble MacGyver style, which is the premise of his character that I'm giving him an opportunity to use. And B, I gave him the equivalent of a harpoon gun in the beginning. So he's got
he should be jury rigging that harpoon gun so I can shoot it.
something
That's
along
what he should be doing.
Well,
Yes.
not jury rigging the harpoon gun, but he should be jury rigging something. The harpoon gun's just a tractor beam. It's not really a harpoon gun. It's just a tractor beam.
Can we use it to pull them into the buildings and wreck them?
It can be used as a weapon by someone who can use the gunnery skill. Someone else I'm trying to give a moment.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. So we have the stuff in here, and the question of whether or not I need to.
There's some other things too, so let's pull them all out so that you can get an idea.
It's like after all this stuff gets pulled out, I'm just gonna go for drinking some whiskey.
Maybe Molotov cocktail.
Oh God! But yeah, technically,
Of all the things to do
that
that
would
take down.
work.
All right, you got a canteen here. Yeah. Let's see. The glow rod is electronic, right?
Yeah, it's
It has a battery with it.
It's flashlight. That's correct.
I'll be right back.
Can someone give me a summary of what was in there? My tabletop simulator crashed.
I'll read it. Yeah, so there's an ion disruptor pistol, which I'm pretty sure is the extra one that I bought for the group. Then we've got an ASP-9 auto pistol. We've got a stim pack, which is nice. We got a crash survival kit, a glow rod, a medtech first responder med pack, ODS striker projectile pistol. We have a toolkit, Biren's Reserve, an Imperial Army canteen, and some synthrope.
There, there's stuff in this.
Okay. Inside the crash survival kit, there's a thermal cloak, a multi-purpose knife, distress beacon, 2 emergency comm links, 10 ration packs, wire spool, 2 emergency med packs, 2 breath masks, a flare gun, glow rod, water filter and jug, and 50 meters of synthrope.
I've done so much good things with that flare gun.
Some materials list.
Yeah.
There's your fucking rope.
It does seem like there's quite a bit of rope. And yeah, aside from using the harpoons as anchors to help us turn faster.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Making tighter turns.
Yeah, although apparently this thing already turns tighter than you thought it would.
Well, yeah, I kind of messed up there.
That's what happens when you spin out those tires.
Yeah, it turned tighter than he thought he would because he bounced off a building.
Hey, do we have our lights and siren on?
If you want them to be, but I assumed that they weren't.
Yeah, we should turn that off. We should,
Yeah,
if it is on.
make sure that that's off.
That's
Alright.
more materials too. Start taking that apart.
All right, so there's electronics and stuff in the glow rod, and I'm guessing I'm being prodded towards creating some sort of an electronic device that we can shoot and potentially stun anything that's chasing us.
Is there a way to amp up the ion pistol to like mess with their computers and stuff?
I'm gonna say yes after a fashion. So, really, Randall's expertise is in explosives, but he's probably dealt with a lot of weapons along the way. And while this pistol's never meant to put out the kind of charge that would, damage a vehicle, if you didn't mind destroying it in the process, it probably could be overcharged with some extra power cells from various things and put out a hell of a pulse if you really wanted to, as a one-time deal.
Well, we got at least 2.
Did we lose him?
He
got
he,
at least two.
he dropped.
Yeah. So yeah, we
So
got two.
I got at least one of them as well, so we have at least 2 shots if we go that route.
Is this the main highway system through here, or is
So
how does it?
it's a little column A, a little column B. Basically, you didn't get familiar with the city ahead of time, so you had to rely on asking the GPS what the best route to go was, and then you said avoid all security checkpoints, and suddenly it's like saying I don't want toll roads on your GPS. Suddenly it's like zigzags everywhere
Okay,
instead of a straight line.
but we are avoiding security checkpoints.
You are avoiding security checkpoints. It's Corellia. Why wouldn't that be a standard button?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I will go ahead and start the. I'm going to take apart this disruptor pistol and make it hook it up so it can be overcharged.
Okay. Roll me a mechanics check, and I'll give you a premise on how that would probably happen.
All right, mechanics check.
I miss.
We're figuring things out.
Okay, good. So nothing.
Say 2-4.
Okay. That was just a blind roll? Yeah, good. Okay. So you're pretty sure if you take the glow rod and some of the emergency supplies from the crash survival kit, and then you make like the equivalent of a high-powered USB cord, you can plug it into the old apparatus that the cryogun was in. And nobody, your thing is, you know this, and you don't have to tell the rest of the party this, but you're pretty sure whoever fires it is probably going to get shocked pretty badly. Because you just don't see anything in there to really insulate it properly with. But it will put out a directed pulse once that would probably disable a starfighter.
And can I think of anything such as if we have a flying guy that's actually flying, that while he might get shocked, if he's flying the whole time, he's gonna be okay until he hits.
It's got to be mounted to the vehicle. Like
Yeah.
you're running the vehicle's power through this thing. That's what makes it powerful enough to do it.
Okay.
So you're basically just using the batteries as capacitors, and it's going to blow it all out in a spectacular fashion. Which is why I don't normally see people doing it. Since you rolled 4 advantages, I'll also give you the idea that you have rope and an ODS striker pistol, and you could probably take some of the stuff from the toolkit and make pitons, basically, and shoot them into the sides of buildings. And then you would be trailing rope for about 50 feet that, if it were to get tangled in another air vehicle, might be a problem.
That's the shit.
That's 2 things you have.
Okay.
There's also a spare ion gun. Did he use that yet? That's what he used with the glow rod.
He did use one. You don't really, even though Klax is carrying one, you don't have enough materials to do this twice. This is
Okay.
it's kind of a one-shot.
I was
deal.
thinking if he could make an ion grenade out of it, that might work too.
He could make an ion grenade out of it if he wanted, but I mean, you're just as likely to critical by shooting the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm liking the idea of shooting as opposed to throwing grenades, especially since we're in a chase scene here.
All right, and
And
what?
just to be clear, they're not shooting at us yet. I
Correct.
assume once we start shooting at them,
Nah,
they might be inclined to shoot back.
actually,
Correct.
because of your triumph, they've lost sight of you. You might not have to directly engage them. Maybe. However, now that I've given Randall a bunch of ideas, let's move on to Sin, as he appears to be in the map.
In the map.
I mean, he's logged in and he's not dropping.
Yeah, I'm in right now, but I'm trying to see, and it's not pulling up the thing for it
Oh.
to show me what I can do with the starship.
Never mind. You dropped. Did you see the materials on hand?
Very briefly, I didn't actually get to see them all.
Okay.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue. If you want to pull up the stream while you're trying to troubleshoot it, you can do it that way. I don't have anything behind the GM screen on this one. So my main thing for you was A, I was trying to give you the ability to use your gunnery skill, and B, the fact that you fly is also a thing. However, you don't fly as fast as this vehicle is moving. So it's something to keep in mind if you do decide to jump out and do something epic.
What's Waz up to?
I have taken the knife out of the crash revival kit, and I assume there's like a nice chair that has some kind of insulation inside, and I am cutting the chair open and pulling the insulation and stuffing it into a thermal coke, and putting fire paste in that with the attempt that that's going to make some kind of smoke screen for us later on.
That is genius.
Alright.
Roll me a 1 purple mechanics check.
Ah,
Okay.
cut myself.
He's doing all of those things. But you guys know something metagame that he doesn't. Alright. So. Sin.
So I did take a picture or took a print screen and sent him the piloting action stuff in Discord. I don't know if that helps or not.
Yeah, if you want, you can just assist on Randall's check. And I'll give him 2 boosts next time he rolls his check. And just say you're helping him cobble the gun together. You're definitely going to end up shooting the gun.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just be pointing out things to help the gun, and that would be probably about it.
Okay. That'll bring us back up to Ghost's next turn. So you need to roll me that 1 red check again to see if you can zip out of here and get back on track.
On my second co-piloting check, I got a 1 success.
Awesome. So make that a purple.
So you can't despair now.
Watch me. No, I'm just kidding.
Might still fail. Jeez.
You did.
yeah.
You did still fail. Okay. So.
All right, look, we got ourselves wedged in here.
Well, you end up, like the only path out is here, and you come back around and you realize you're back at the smoking wreck of Blast Tech.
Now we don't have to return here ever again because the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. We just did it. We got it out of our system. Let's get out of here.
Alrighty. Would Craven like to roll another co-piloting check?
It's not my turn. That was my other co-piloting check.
So I think what he's saying is that this is the beginning of another round.
Yeah.
If you start with your co-piloting check, we can go through everybody again and finish with my actual piloting check.
So actually, Ghost was the first one to go this round, but
Oh, gotcha.
you preemptively did it last time.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's-
I preemptively did it last time because I didn't realize where we were, which is fine. But I've already had my turn.
No, we're top of the round. Ghost just went. Nobody else has gone this turn. I used your co-piloting check from the round before for the next round for Ghost. Does that make sense?
Okay. So you want me to go with the co-pilot again?
That's what you did last time. If you want to stick to the same order, you don't have to stick to any particular order. I'm just saying that Ghost is the only one that's gone this turn.
Hey, I lowered that check 1 more time for you.
That's gonna be good. Now, Randall,
I'm a good co-pilot and a doctor.
you've had some time to look at this. You have 2 options that I've already told you. There are more options here if you would like. What would you like to do? Also, since you're helping him, you two can mind meld on this if you want.
I would like to say one other thing, Captain. My way of helping you pilot is whenever you go to touch something that's not going to help us, I smack your hand with a little jolt, kind of like, so you don't do that. Because pain.
Yeah, let's see how long this lasts.
I'm a co-pilot. I'm helping. Look, I made the check easier for you.
All right. I guess first I'll start with the offensive weapon, and then we'll shift over to the defensive. So I'll start with the ion disruptor pistol attacking weapon first,
Okay.
and then once I'm done with that, I'll shift over to the rope traps.
Okay, I'm going to make that a 1 red and 1 purple check. Don't forget to take your boost because Sen is helping you.
And it's 2 blues.
Yes, it's 2 blues anytime you help somebody.
All right.
That's pretty successful.
That is very successful. You have 4 advantages. I'll let you make 2 minor upgrades to it or 1 major upgrade to it. The only caveat being that it still can only shoot once. But I'll let you pick a couple simple things if you want.
Is the major upgrade would it not shocking the person shoot it be
Yes, I would consider that a major upgrade. I would also considering saying you want it to do a lot more damage or a lot wider area or things like that to be a major upgrade. A minor upgrade would be things like I can still recover parts of it or things like that.
Okay.
Or accurate. You can make it more accurate as a minor upgrade.
I think if we can make it so it shoots out like a net style thing instead of a direct like one thing, so it can potentially catch multiple, would be worth it. I don't mind getting shocked. I can take a little bit of a hit.
Okay. Well, we'll make it more power. I guess we'll have this one cover a wider area, so you make it more accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the offensive gun, not the trap yet.
Okay. Good deal. I like it. This now does vehicle scale damage. Alright. Next up. Kizik. What's Waz doing? Waz has this big pillow, for lack of a better... In my mind, it's stuffing inside of a cloak with a couple fire paste strips in it.
Yep. He's very happy with that. So now he's going to what is the how it I want to look for the enemy now. So I'm going to give them like a scan, like a heads up kind of thing. Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, there's like a sensors check on the starship thing.
Okay, scan the enemy kind of deal.
Yeah, that thing. Roll that. Or if you want to do a computer's check instead of perception, we can probably make something work. Okay. You are relatively certain that there's no more Corsac. They're not around anywhere. There's really no reason for you guys to be panicking. You don't know why everyone's so upset.
I'm just hug my pillow that smells like fire base, and I go, I think we lost him. Hey, we're back to that fire building. Oh my goodness, look at this, the fire building, guys.
How have you not started smoking cigarettes yet?
That's bad for your body.
But lighting on fire isn't?
That's bad for the insides. I need to breathe to be able to kick butt. Gun it, Captain.
I gun it.
Or just casually walk away, because
Yeah, we're gonna, instead of gunning it, we're gonna accelerate nice and easy.
Okay. 1 purple check.
Nice and easy.
Totally do it. All right. So you nice and easy, like you're just flipping in traffic, and as soon as you come around these corners, you do make that turn. These 2 Z95s have stopped and are like scanning traffic going down this way, trying to figure out where the hell you went. And they're in a way that you'd have to reverse in order to not run into them. So you're gonna have to figure out something to handle that situation. Now, Randall, you would see this. You have your cannon ready. I forgot to mention that the cannon is on a cryo turret that used to be used for putting out fires, so it looks like one of those fire hoses on a fire truck that sprays into brush fires from a distance. It looks like a water cannon, for lack of a better term.
Okay, and it's got that water cannon has 360 degree.
Yes, out the top.
Okay.
But it's now shooting just one ion blast, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And so far, unless Randall has told anyone, no one knows it's going to backfire on whoever fires it.
Oh, I guess based on Clax and my discussion and him assisting me, I thought that because he assisted me, I guess I gave him the heads up as he's helping me that yeah, it's gonna give you a shock if you fire it.
To which Clax kind of did shrug it off and go, it happens. It's a gun. It happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
They
because
grow up.
that did lead me to say let's make it more accurate as opposed to let's make it not hurt you after you shoot it.
Okay.
So
Do you want to work on something else? Do you want to help you? The tractor beam is still available. Now, the things you can do with the tractor beam, it is a gunnery check, so Clax would be better suited to using it, but he's got that big turret. And you've got this tractor beam. You could grab a building to move the vehicle easier. You could grab the other vehicles. You could grab objects. You can grab people with it. Remember that part.
You should grab one of those headhunters so that it's not moving when I shoot it.
That is absolutely a thing you can do.
sure, that's a possibility. I'm gonna let you know my gunnery is not great. um,
You don't have the piton thing working yet, do you?
no, I was thinking about getting those up and running next.
If you did, we could just tether them to the ground and then smoothly drive by them. If they're anchored, your anchor's down, buddy.
Yeah,
Get in front of you.
my other thought was to attempt to disrupt their comms because once we shoot one of them, they're probably going to start asking for backup as opposed to right now they're just suspicious of us. Whereas once we take these things down, I'm assuming we'll get more people following us.
True.
So and again, as much as Chris has told me to go away from trying to jam the comms.
I mean, yeah, it's still an option for you. There are so many more important things to do at certain times when you are the only person who can do it. Especially after we had that conversation about everybody having their moment in the sun.
Yep. No, so yeah, I've made a gun that can shoot some people. Yeah, I guess I will work on the tether first, and I guess I may have
Do remember your ion gun gets one shot.
yes, one shot. So yeah, I guess my conversation with Clax is
We also might want to save off on doing it, and there are multiple of you said there were two of these tractor beams, right?
There's one tractor beam.
One tractor beam.
It's
Okay, I'm sorry, I messed it up.
it's a personal retrieve. It's meant to pull people out of burning buildings. So it's not actually meant to use against vehicles. It probably will work to a degree, but it isn't meant to hold a vehicle. It would be perfect, however, to grab a person if they were, say, in free fall out of the vehicle and going to splat on the pavement, which is about 40 some stories below you. That's why I want to make sure that we all are aware that this is a system that is designed to retrieve people who are falling to their death.
Is this because say one of those people fired a gun that exploded and blew them off the ship?
That could happen as one of many
Okay.
scenarios.
And
I was
or
just-
jumped off the ship doing something.
Doing something stupid, yes. Okay. So you're gonna work on the P-Tarn? That's your final answer?
yes.
Okay. Give me a 1 red, 1 no. It can't explode in your face. Give me a 2 purple mechanics check. The Geonosian is busy, so you won't get those boosts. All right.
I'm actually gonna jump down onto the tractor beam. I'm not gonna fire the big gun yet, and I'm going to try to use it to kind of pull us out of the way so that we don't get caught.
So there isn't an easy way to evade them. Otherwise, I would have advised Ghost to try that. So, give me a little bit more detail on how you envision it. What you see in front of you are these two Corset guys who are blatantly scanning all the traffic. They've gone to hover mode, and they're scanning everything that's coming down this alley. And they've already got sight on you, although they haven't identified you as a target yet. So,
Okay, I didn't know they already had sight because I was thinking we could use the tractor beam to kind of grab a building and like pull us around where they are and kind of jump around where they're censoring.
You're not going to be able to bypass where they're censoring. You could make yourself less visible, as you know they've seen you already, and you're driving a distinctive vehicle. So it's not a terrible idea. I just wanted a little bit more detail on how you wanted to do it.
Yeah, so I'm going to be trying to pull ourselves out of their direct, like, we see them line of sight.
Okay. I'm actually going to call this a planetary piloting check. Assuming the Ghost is going to allow it to happen, because you guys haven't talked about this, and if the vehicle suddenly starts, pulling itself towards a building, he might freak out.
I will. Go ahead, because we didn't communicate it. You're just going to shoot a building, and I know exactly how I react to this.
What are you saying the difficulty of?
Alternatively, couldn't he just say we should all brace and then he does his thing?
I mean, Clax is probably going to yell something along the lines of, brace, I'm trying to hide us. And that's about all you're going to get.
There's going to be an unopposed difficulty, so it's a simple check. It's a building. If you can't hit a building, that would make me laugh.
1 success, 5 advantage.
All right. So he manages to pull it off. Ghost, your vehicle suddenly starts slewing towards one of the skyscrapers.
Fuck. What the hell? What the hell? We don't need to go that way.
And the Geonosian said brace, so you have every reason to believe.
Yeah, we're going to crash, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to stop accelerating.
Okay.
And try to actually stop.
So you slide gracefully towards the building. It's 1 success, 3 advantage.
5.
5 advantage.
3.
All right. That puts you in a pretty good spot. Mr. Kizik.
See the bad guys again.
I don't think we lost them, Mr. Waz.
Can we jam their shit?
I don't think Painbot's gone yet this turn either.
He already rolled his check for co-piloting.
Yeah, you can jam their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, it's a valid check. Should be a set difficulty.
Hey, it did something. Threats are bad, though. Shocks me. Ow. What?
All right. That looks good. All right, so I'm going to say you jam their sensors instead of their communications because they're scanning.
Okay.
Ghost, it's now your turn. You got a 1 red, 1 purple check to slip through here. I don't remember Craven rolling a 3rd co-pilot check.
You want me to roll it again then?
Did I miss it? You've only rolled.
I've rolled it every turn.
You've rolled it twice, right?
No, I've rolled 3.
Okay, you've rolled 3. Okay, downgrade once, so make it 2 purples. I get confused because that one turn you guys got ahead of me, and I was talking to a muted microphone.
Nice. Nice.
How would you like to use those triumphs, or that triumph? So you do successfully make the turn, that much is guaranteed. You slip all the way past them, they don't see you. And your turn in here.
Do we have eyes on the TIE fighters yet?
Nope. If someone wants to roll me a perception check to see if they can hear them.
Just generically.
Can he use his triumph to skip this one? Like just go straight right here? Yeah.
I actually, I see this path, and I was gonna wait until we could do it. It would only stop two of these arrows from happening. 2 checks. If I was going to use my triumph for anything, it would be to cut that off.
Oh, but the one I'm showing you would also cut 2.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'll let you
Yep.
go either way. With that said, you are probably going to end up triggering something you didn't want to trigger there. but you can do either one of those.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what else to use the triumph for, except to skip some. But maybe boost us. Let's go fast through here.
Okay, absolutely.
Can I? Yeah, maybe downgrade the 2 red check here so
You
that we
can.
can go through it faster.
Yep, you can also downgrade the check.
Oh, let's try to use the harpoon gun for the first time
Can use
and make
that
that
too.
corner like super fast speed. Let's see if this works.
Okay. All right, you made your piloting check, so everyone else needs to make their checks.
Okay, so co-pilot check,
Yep.
which is 2 purple still. Yeah.
Yep. It's always going to be 2 purples unless something happens to inhibit your ability to co-pilot.
Hey,
All right,
2
you downgraded
success, 2
twice.
threats.
So that makes it purple. That makes it 2 purples.
single-
That makes it 1 purple. Yeah. 1 purple for that check.
If Sin can use the harpoon gun, can it downgrade again?
So that was how I was going to use it.
Oh, but we can't downgrade past the purple?
You can downgrade past a purple in this particular instance. You can make it a simple check, which means he just rolls, as long as he doesn't roll blanks, then he will pass the check. He just needs 1 success.
And I'm assuming I heard the yell to, hey, cut this corner tight, and so I used the tractor beam appropriately this time.
Yeah, that first time was practice, right?
Yeah, you can roll that.
I mean, that first one might have been practice, but that shit worked out.
Yeah. I'm still going to call that planetary piloting because of the way you're using it. But it's also still going to be a simple check because you're shooting a building. So it's an unopposed check for that.
Okay, I got 5 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. That's a fuck ton of successes. Okay, so you guys slide around this corner, and then he tractor beams, and you slide around the other corner. So the first corner is all the piloting, and the second corner is tractor beam. And you guys managed to do that side swap there. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to flip my dark side token. And these guys are going to see that there's something going on here and go skyward. Now, they're way above the traffic, but they have seen you. Their main conundrum now is that they've flown up above the traffic and you're below the traffic. And they can't just fly through all of the speeders around you to get to you. But seeing as how the top of the vehicle is, mostly glass, you guys can see that they're up there. Alright, so we need Randall and Kizik.
I'm gonna try to find those TIE fighters.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Is this a scan the enemy 3 purple one or a?
Oh, you want to use the computers? Yeah, go ahead and scan the enemy if you want to use the computers. I was going to make you do a perception check.
Well, scan the enemy is a perception check. It's a generic 3 purple one, but I was just trying to listen for TIE fighters.
Okay, either or. It's fine. It's actually the same difficulty either way. Sweet. You definitely know that the TIE fighters are somewhere in the vicinity and headed towards you. Your 2 threats are that there are a bunch of echoes, and you're relatively certain that they're in front of you.
TIE fighters are in front of us, guys. But echoes, maybe behind us.
All right. Randall.
All right, so I've made all of my improvised weapons thus far.
You made the 2 freebies that I gave you.
Yep.
You still have materials to work with, or you can use this piton gun, however you would like. You also have the ability to work on the vehicle, which I assumed at this point would be damaged and isn't. So keep that in mind too.
Yeah, I'm thinking of ways that I can tinker with the vehicle, and if there are things that can be done to help it. And again, in our position right now, I'm sort of thinking, play it cool, since yes, these guys have yet to open fire, so why do we need to immediately open fire? But all right, yeah, what other stuff do we have? Some med packs, stim packs, and not really much else.
What's your favorite Bond car gadget?
Bond car gadget. Again, as far as new Bond cars, it's that super ridiculous make it invisible.
Oil slicks.
But yeah, I do like the idea of a space oil slick.
Ejector seat.
Oh God.
I thought he was going to say ejector seat. I really did. So you want to make yourself invisible, at least to sensors, to the people above you. You know that if you could make the equivalent of chaff or flare, you could create countermeasures. And there's probably something with metal strips in the vehicle you could find, and probably something that, I don't know, like a fire paste that ignites. And all you would need would be a way to eject it at high velocity and ignite it. See, there's your third freebie.
Huh. Appears that there's an auto pistol here that I'll work to use this to get some fire paste.
Okay. That's going to be a much harder check. But it's something you can do. Go ahead and roll me 2 red mechanics check. And then I think that's everybody this turn. We're going to go to the top of the round.
You just reach into my pockets and try to take some fire
Holy
paste
shit
out.
snacks. Oh, he failed and he did it. Oh, let's talk about this one. Okay. All right, so he fails to do it. He realizes that there's no way that ass pistol can move enough material to effectively create chaff. And he starts digging around, and he's making a noise, but nobody really understands the noise because he's reverted to his native tongue and is really excited about something. In the meantime, Ghost is going to take his turn while I figure out what thing he just found.
2 red, or is it down?
I downgraded. Oh no, that was. Wait.
No, 1 red.
Yeah, we just skipped that entire corner because of how low we got it with how well I rolled.
Okay, so you don't get my support because you skipped one, but it's just 1 red.
Okay.
But you didn't need any help.
He sure didn't.
Yeah. I got this e-brake right here. Check this out.
We
So-
drifted.
In the last episode, you guys were talking about, oh man, we should just make a secret compartment in this vehicle, and in that secret compartment, we should stick all of our guns and shit. Randall finds a secret compartment.
Nice.
What
No,
gun is
Captain,
that?
that's not an e-brake. That's the ejector seat.
It's a DC-15A blaster carbine.
This could be fun.
Okay. He made his turn. So you guys, we're just going to make the check. You're not going to do anything to change your tactics here.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Okay, so you make this turn, and it opens up into like an 18-wide lane, 6-lane tall thoroughfare of air speeders. It's basically like turning onto an interstate. And you know that, according to the GPS, that you have to go quite a distance on this interstate. But since you're not turning so tight, you do have the opportunity to open that throttle back up, if you would like to.
Yeah, punch it.
Okay.
I'm going to open this thing up.
You stick the throttle to the firewall and just start jetting down this thing, which is about all that Corset guys need to loop in and try to come behind you. They are fighting with traffic as much as you are, but they have gotten to the point where they now have their lights and sirens on and they're in your vicinity, and it's very clear they're trying to get you to ground yourself. And one of them is pulling up beside you so he can give you hand signals to pull over. They're also yelling over their loudspeakers for you to pull over, but, it's really loud out there. All right.
Huh.
Everyone else gets a turn.
I'm gonna do my co-piloting check.
Okay.
It didn't help you this time, Captain.
We're already pulled over. We can't pull over.
You're going too fast, Captain. I can't co-pilot in these conditions.
I thought you were going to say, it's a straight line. You don't really need my help, right?
I'm a doctor, damn it.
I'm going to go ahead and grab that pitting gun, and the one that's pulling up next to us, I'm going to fire it to kind of like try to go into its engine intake.
The ion gun, the piton gun, or the DC carbine?
The piton gun. I don't believe we've done anything with the carbine yet.
Okay. These aren't turbines, they're fusel thrust engines, so there are air scoops on the front, but there's no spinning propellers in there. But you can still try to shoot the engine, it might work. Let's see, I'm going to call it a gunnery check.
Shoot one of them on the chassis and then another one on the ground or on a building as it passes by.
Well, the gun itself is the other end of it. So, you'd have to throw the gun. You see what I'm saying? It's not just call style. You don't link one thing to the other.
I was like, damn, this is a badass gun, man.
It was still the same premise of create a clothesline thing and have them fly into it was what I was thinking in my head when I described it. But you could also try to shoot at their engines and see if it sucks up the line and jams up the engine. I mean, that could totally work.
Yeah.
What's the
That's what he's
difficulty?
trying to do.
So it's going to be a pretty difficult shot. It's going to be a gunnery check. I'm going to call it a 1 red, 1 purple, and 2 blacks for their shields.
Two success, one advantage.
Okay. So you shoot this thing into the vehicle. It does go straight into the engines. It reels in a ton of line, and there is some coughing from the vehicle, and it starts to slew backwards. It doesn't fall out of the sky or anything. Now, as it's falling backwards, you have a choice to make because you rolled advantage and not threat. Do you let go of this thing because you're going to run out of line?
Yes.
Okay. It has a reel function.
Wait. So, is there anything I can mount this to so it doesn't just rip me out of this thing?
Yeah, you can mount it to the vehicle. That's one of the options you have. It also has a reel function because you fly. The rest of the people might not want to make that choice. You might not want to make that choice, just so we're clear. This could totally kill you. But I wanted to throw out the option.
That's why I specifically asked about mounting it to something, because if we're going to tow this thing like a ragdoll, I don't want to be the catch pin for it.
Okay.
No, I think I'm still going to let this one go and just let more get sucked up into that engine block.
All right, good deal.
Yeah, we don't want to attach it to our vehicle.
I mean, how bad would it be if if an engine sucked up a gun?
Well, see, you're about to see that because I rolled again when he let go to see what happened when the gun went in it, and basically this left-hand wing here just explodes and it starts spinning into the ground. It hits a skyscraper, tumbles to the ground. There's no piece of it bigger than a basketball by the time it stops moving.
All right.
You just killed a police officer. Congratulations.
No, he's Corsac.
Who are the police officers on Corellia? Yes. They're not Imperials. That's why they're not flying TIE fighters. Yeah, you made him angry now. So, the other Corsac pilot...
technically he didn't kill him. Technically, his ship malfunctioned because it sucked up some rope that he may have been loosely connected to until he let it go.
Yep. So the other Corsic pilot is filed in behind you. Randall and Kizik. Oh, wait. Did Randall go? No.
They haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah. I should be keeping track on this sideboard, but I'm not. Randall.
Yep. No, I'm debating on whether I should attempt to slice the enemy systems, or I guess I do have a new blaster carbine to go forth and try to make some invisible smoke shield.
Yep, you could work on your chaff and flare again if you wanted to. Someone did have a bunch of seat insulation shoved into a cloak for some reason, but you can take one look at it and tell that their idea that it was going to burst into flames is not a thing. It's not built very well.
That person is right at the door holding it, like smiling, because he's about to throw it out the window too. So you better make a choice right now.
Yeah, no, don't throw that out. Come on now. That's not going to blow up into flames. What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to?
Smoke screen.
No, that's not going to make a smoke screen. Come on now.
Oh.
I know you like fire, but there's some physics. There's some
Big
physics behind smoke
shit-eating
screens.
grin on his face. Smoke screen.
So do you want to fix it so it does smoke screen and then let Waz actually try to deploy it?
Yes.
Okay. 1 purple mechanics to fix the smoke screen issue. This is a bomb. You know how this thing works. I mean, you kind of know how it works. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. It will now deploy, like, thick billows of smoke out of the end. Like, you've got it perfect. And you needed 1 less fire paste to make it work.
If he hands it back to me, my screen just gets even better.
So now, deploying it, you can either do mechanics, gunnery, or I will allow coordination check if you want to hang out of the ship and wave it behind the ship while it's on fire.
Oh my goodness, that was what I wanted to do.
All right, give me 1 red, 1 purple coordination check.
This is his despair. This is it.
Nope.
Oh, thank God.
All right. You
Get that
wave
tractor beam ready.
you wave that smoke screen, which is really convenient because when these guys get a turn after everyone is gone, which I think is now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all this.
Yeah, the kit gloves are off. You just killed a police officer. So you hear the sounds of blaster cannons firing. And, let's see. Wingtip mounted light laser cannons. I thought he had blaster cannons. Damage 5, blah, 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 blah. Alright, hold on. He has to be able to hit you first. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to call it an increase in difficulty for a smoke screen. And I'm going to call it a setback for dodging and weaving in traffic. He misses. So thanks to that smoke screen, those blaster bolts go to either side of the ship. And yes, it was that smoke screen that caused it. But now they're legit shooting at you guys now. Also, the sound of TIE fighters gets really, really loud. Ghost might see the silhouettes of them moving between these buildings over to this side, about to merge onto this highway.
Crap.
And it is now top of the round.
Dr. Payne, I think I see these TIE fighters up ahead. Can you confirm?
Yes, Captain. I did see TIE fighters up ahead. Let me see if I can do something for you. So, co-pilot was a thing. What else can I do? Co-pilot still looks like the best one. System
Or
spoofing.
remove some of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with co-pilot.
We don't have shields, correct?
You do not, no. The card for the vehicle is here. I'll give you a quick look at it. So, Silhouette 2, Speed 3, much slower than most of the things involved with this. 6 passengers, up to 30 encumbrance. No armor, and a hit threshold of 5, which is approximately 1 laser cannon hit.
All right, Captain. I've reduced the difficulty of your piloting check.
Thank you, Doctor.
He called me doctor.
Well, you did steal that lab coat on your way out of the building.
I know. I tore the sleeves off so it would look slightly badass.
You got a token over here, by the way.
I know. Totally looks doctory now, though.
All right, so I see this left-hand turn coming up, right? I can prepare for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can
I'll
do the
come in
check
here.
and make the turn, or you can slow down. There is a ship behind you trying to shoot you. I don't know if slowing down is the best choice.
Yeah, I want to. I don't know. I'll pick a line like on the outside. Oops. And make this like a racing turn, like go way wide and then cut in.
You're going to cut the apex. I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll let you loop through all of these if you are willing to combine 2 of their 3 difficulties. And you did get a downgrade from Maul.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, that makes it 1 red, 1 purple.
Should we flip a destiny token too?
You can.
We can.
You
We have
not only can you, but you have all the destiny tokens.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
I flipped it.
Okay, make yours better. So it'd be. Or did you
You
already?
can turn.
approve?
Can you turn the red into a purple?
Yeah. Yes, you can. You can also bring that red down if you want. I forgot you guys prefer to do that.
It's statistically better. Also, you can't despair.
I'm a high risk, high reward person. I want that triumph.
Right?
It's probably why the bad guys roll so bad.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God.
So you skew this thing. Realize it. I said this is like 8 lanes wide and 6
Yeah.
lanes tall, and you're just like, nope, fuck those lanes, and you just go this way, sliding. When you come around this turn to go this way, the fire truck, which is basically what this is going sideways at about 120 miles an hour when you come out
Tokyo
of this
Drift.
thing.
Yeah.
With smoke coming off the back.
With smoke, not just coming off the back. Waz is hanging onto the door handle with one hand and a makeshift smoke screen bag with the other hand flapping like a cartoon. There will be checks involved in that in just a moment.
Oh man.
As a matter of fact, let's do that one first in case someone needs to use that emergency tractor beam. Can you?
That's known as Corsac Drift, Captain, because we're on Corsac.
Corsac Drift.
Corellia?
You're right.
Corellia?
Tokyo is.
Corellia. That's right.
Yeah.
Corellia Drift.
I thought the city is Corsac, though.
Corsac is the Corellian security force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Kizik, can I have a 1 red, 1 purple coordination again, please?
Oh yeah.
And Kizik, we have a lot of those light. Never mind. You're gonna roll it anyway, aren't you?
Oh, it's already in the flight.
You just want to die.
Oh no!
Oh, whoa.
Okay, I have an idea on how this could roll out. However, I will let Kizik take first dibs. It is your triumph. How would you like to spend it? You let go of the ship and are in free flight.
Are you frog splashing on a TIE fighter?
Are they that close? Can I end up on it? Oh my goodness.
I will allow you to land on the TIE fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on a TIE fighter.
Okay.
Smearing fire paste on it.
Let's get your token out. You have this bag, and it catches the wind and goes in front of you, and just as it clears the smoke, there's a TIE aggressor, and you land on top of this thing. Now, the TIE aggressor, it doesn't show it on here, but if you look right here on the back, this little circle is actually a gun turret. I don't know why this model doesn't have it, but it's really important for you to know because the first thing it's going to do is realize that you're on top of the cockpit's hatch and turn to face you. So you are in immediate danger.
Ruh-roh.
The pilot, however, is now incredibly distracted and much more concerned about the whatever it was that just landed on his effing fighter than the fire truck that's Tokyo drifting its way out of the line of fire.
Corellian drifting.
Yeah, coronet drifting.
We're all getting it wrong.
Yep.
If you'd like, we could call it a Corellia drift.
Right.
We're gonna call this the silo drift, actually, because I invented it on this planet.
That works.
So,
Although typically it's named after a city, but okay.
that's going to be Kizik's turn, though. So next up is going to be Randall or Klax.
So wait, if you're Vin Diesel, does that mean I get to be Paul Walker?
No, because you're a robot.
There's no robots in fucking whatever that Fast and Furious, so you got to make an exception. I'm Paul Walker. Or I could be The Rock.
Yeah, I think you're the Rock.
I'm The Rock. That's even better.
So much for not.
So Randall's got to go?
Yeah, Randall and Klax both have to go.
I'm trying to figure out what to do right now.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought a second ago that you were going to be snatching someone up with the tractor beam, but apparently not.
I had already set my dice to do it. I was just going to ask what the check was, but I don't know.
Pull him back anyway. We're not communicating at all. And you know how often that happens?
Ion gun someone.
I guess you could do that too. But in Sea of Thieves, somebody jumps into the water, we immediately harpoon them back out just to be an asshole.
Unless
saying.
Especially when they don't communicate with the rest of the crew. That's a valid point.
Exactly. Just hit them.
Oh, hold on. That's unless I push someone off the boat. And then we just wave at them as we go by.
True. Ooh, that's what we need. We need blunder bombs.
That's what we have.
You might be able to make those.
So I want to lock the tractor beam onto him, but I don't want to pull him off yet.
Okay. You can hold action, but you'd end up losing this turn. I mean, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. It makes sense to do that, but mechanically, it's going to mean you're not going to get a turn this turn if you do that.
So what I'm thinking is I'm going to be ready to grab him in case he gets shot off that thing somehow or jumps off or something, but I'm going to let him cause his chaos.
Okay. I agree with that. I tell you what, I'll let you assist yourself in quotation marks. You can have your 2 boosts as though you were being assisted on your next turn if you'd like to do that. Because he has gone this turn, so he won't go again until next turn.
I'm more thinking something happens on their turn because they go after us.
Okay, that too. Like I said, you're holding action. That's fine.
Just to be clear, Sin, if he's not going to get shot off of there. If he gets shot, he ceases to exist.
Yeah, that laser cannon does 70 personal damage, and there's 2 of them.
Yeah, he will go out in a blaze of glory, though.
There'll be a smoking set of boots.
I mean, and they'll probably be smiling because that's a lot of fire.
That's a true story. Randall, they said something about blunder bombs. I know you don't know what those are because you haven't played Sea of Thieves since the 4 times.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
But basically, they are glass bottles of lead shot that explode when you throw them. And gunpowder.
Lead shot and gunpowder, yeah.
They explode when you throw them. And I'm not going to say that you definitely have the materials to make those, but you definitely have the materials to make at least 2 of those.
All right. Yeah, my assumption was that my first thought and first priority was pulling Master Waz back on the ship. I saw Klax go to the gun, so I'm like, oh, sure, he's definitely going to pull him, bring him back. So I can go and make more bombs. Yes. So yes, I'm just going to make a couple of these blunder bombs or Yeah. Lunge bombs.
How would you make them?
So you said it's basically glass that's filled with gunpowder-ish and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And lead shot.
and lead shot. So yeah, I guess there are the 2 canteens.
Yep, there are 2 canteens. There's also a glass
And then
women's
there's-
reserve bottle, although I wasn't counting that amongst your materials. But you could use that too.
Yeah, I was gonna use that and use the canteen, and then all the.
Well, there's 2 canteens.
Oh, there are 2.
Yeah, because
two
there's
on
one
the
there's
can-
one in the crash survival kit too.
Yeah.
And there's enough fire paste left over from your buddy. And lead shot can just be the random, like, you've been disassembling the ship, so you've got just handfuls of bolts and shit that you can just shove in there.
Yeah, I'm shoving whatever else is in there, as well as that extra fire paste, and then the shots from this pistol here as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a 1 red, 1 purple mechanics check while I get your, in essence, fragmentation grenades, because that's what they're going to be. You also have a bunch of baridium on board, but it is technically supposed to be for your employer.
Yeah, that'll be the last ditch. We're not in that tight of a spot yet.
You know, I have something that could be useful. I'm gonna toss this to Randall.
What? Have you filled that with explosive?
I haven't, but Randall has his own job,
Okay.
and I heard a guy do this before.
It's true. He did use it to inject people with explosives.
Or cover their junk in it.
So there's 2 C-22 fragmentation grenades amongst your list. Those are your improvised wonder bombs. And we're going to go to the bad guys' turns. So bad guy number 1 is... So he's not going to get a chance to fire at Waz from the turret. I'm limiting the TIE aggressors to 1 action around as a crew, even though there's 2 people in it. So that's mainly because it only takes 1 shot to kill the fire truck. So we're first going to see if they can make this maneuver. That's not looking promising. No, he didn't make that maneuver. So the fire truck goes this way. These 2 go this way, and Waz just disappears around the corner. You've been holding action. Before he disappears, do you want to try to snap him off?
I will grab him right before he disappears.
Okay. Give me a 3 red gunnery check. Because that's going to be a hard shot.
One triumph, 2 failures, 3 advantage.
God damn it. Okay. I love these checks. No, I was complete sarcasm. Okay, so you failed it. You failed to grab Wes. Oh no, I've got this. You fail to grab Wes. You do grab the TIE aggressor. TIE aggressor swings this way and smashes into that building, completely destroying it and throwing Waz, who is now in free flight like Superman, right next, going the same speed as the fire truck. In like free fall, arms out and everything. This TIE aggressor just keeps going.
I see it like Peter from Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
He's doing a Peter from Deadpool 2.
On my turn, can I like swoop under and try to catch him?
You can absolutely do that. You can also, you don't have to go at the very beginning of the turn. I found that that's easier to denote when we're going. We are now at the top of the round, and it would be your turn to make this next check, which will bring you all the way up to here. So it's for zipping through here. It will increase the difficulty by 1 red for you to try to scoop him in using your piloting check. Alternately, everyone else has their stuff they can do to pull him in if you'd like.
Yeah, I think they should try first.
I'm gonna co-pilot first. Not gonna be able to help, but I did get 3 advantage.
Okay. The best person to do this is probably going to be Clax. Would you like to make what is now a much easier tractor beam check to pull Waz in?
Can I use my advantage to give him a boost?
Yes, you can.
All right, you get a boost.
Yes, I will be grabbing him.
Okay. With everything's going on, it's like a 1 purple check. It's it's your turn to lose.
1 success, 2
Yeah.
advantage, 1 triumph.
Okay, triumph. I was about to say that's fucking close. Okay. How would you like to spend your triumph?
So while I grab him with the tractor beam, can I grab one of the buildings to kind of start us into another drift to go around the building, to go around the next corner at the same time?
Sure. I'll let you downgrade the difficulty of the next check as though it was a co-piloting check. So that'll take away your ability to despair on the piloting check. I'm sure the Ghost appreciates that.
I do. Yep.
Okay. So now Clax is gone, and Payne has gone. We still need Ghost, Randall, and Waz.
I'll go ahead and fly,
Okay. You're
and
looking.
maybe that'll prompt everybody else.
Okay, you're looking at a 2 purple check. Awesome. All right. So you slide up this narrow way. You're zigging and zagging a little bit, back and forth, coming around here, sliding into this area, and you're about to come up on this next straightaway. Basically, this is kind of like a bypass area, and there's only a few lanes, but they're all moving really, really, really fast. So the turns are the only places you're going to have any issues. The fighters that are still alive are going to struggle to come up behind you, but we'll wait until their turn to see how many of them make it. And we need Waz and Randall.
I would like to take a turn to recollect my shit, please.
And by that, you mean scoop the brown stuff out of your pants and just drop it nonchalantly out the window?
It's kind of. Oh my goodness! I would like to try to change the color of our vehicle from yellow to brown.
Thank God I don't have an olfactory sensor.
I would think you'd think that was like a religious experience. You just flew through the air on fire.
Yeah, I used I agree with all of those things, but then my green goblin thing that I was standing on got smashed. I'm out on that. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I'm going to sit this round out. It was no fun.
Randall, what about you, buddy?
Let's see. I feel like I've made as much explosives and things as I can.
You've definitely gotten some MacGyver going on, and you've done some good shit. But he did hand you a spray cast,
Yes.
and there's still a couple of things that I could make if I were in your shoes.
Yeah.
Spray cast on a windshield, not a bad idea. Spray cast mixed with fire paste on a windshield might be better.
Spray cast around a grenade, so it's still a little bit sticky.
If you flip a Destiny token, I'll give you an idea I just had.
I'll flip it for you.
All right. Yeah, that works.
So, the spray cast has to propel things somehow. So you basically could make a t-shirt cannon and turn the spray cast and some spare parts as you further rip apart the vehicle you're in to create a grenade launcher. C-22 fragmentation grenades, which in this case are just Blunderbomb canteens, but we're going to say the canteens for convenience purposes have the same magnetic clamp on the bottom that they would have. In essence, creating a homing magnetic fragmentation grenade launcher. I'm going to call it a 1 red, 1 purple mechanics check.
All right. Gotta love t-shirt cannons.
Would that count as a heavy or a light weapon?
It's a gunnery weapon. Also,
And I triumphed on it, so.
unless you have a way you want to use your triumph, I have something for you.
I'm trying to think if there's anything better to triumph. My initial thought for a triumph is it comes with the cheerleaders that are way over the top excited, but that's pretty dumb.
That's awesome, though.
All right, well, let's see what
That would
race-
also-
a,
that would
female,
also cause-
a female scantily clad Moncal falls out of the sky into the fire truck, into Randall's lap, and is like, "Hello!" And you also happen to have an extra fragmentation grenade that you were able to cobble together from spare parts. I'm also going to give it the guided 1 stat. All right. I believe that puts us back at the top of the round. Everyone's went this time, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you guys are zipping through here. Oh, I need to roll for the bad guys. Hold on a second.
Beautiful big-titted women don't fall out of the sky, you know.
And they make it. Corsac pilot in the lead, 2 TIE aggressors behind him. The TIE aggressors are actually faster, but the Z95 is determined. Like, he seems a little pissed off, and he is, like, actively just riddling your area with bullets. You're too far away from him to hit you, but
His
he's,
partner
so he's
did
just-
die.
He's just shooting at civilians then. Perfect.
he seems like he might have a little blood rage going on.
I mean, his partner of 15 years has died.
Yeah.
Even though they're not supposed to have relationships, you know, it's 15 years.
So the
Maybe-
TIE aggressors are Imperial, right?
They are Imperial, but remember that this is nominally an Imperial planet. Nominally. In reality, it's quite independent, but there is a former Imperial Moff who's in charge who calls it Imperial.
So there's no way for them to like aggro on each other.
Well, there is a lot of internal politics and ways you could do it, but there's no way I could see the party being aware of or able to trigger it.
Okay, I get you.
But it's not unheard of for Corsac and the Imperials to fight. Even back during the heyday of the Empire, Corsac doesn't like the Empire.
Also, we have taken out one of each at this point.
Technically, we only took out one. The other one took himself out.
Speaking of which, do we have any more of the pitons, or is that done?
That's done.
You had to let that gun go to get the result that now has caused this guy to be shooting at you.
Right.
Luckily for you guys, the aggressors don't mount concussion missiles. Unlucky for you, the Z95 does. I've just decided he's going to use that too.
So how about that grenade launcher, man?
I'm pretty sure that's my next move.
Okay. So he's going to shoot. And this missile is going to fly through the air. And it's going to be it's a dumb fire, so it's going to be a near miss, but you are going to get caught in the explosive blast. And suddenly the entire right-hand side of the ship is just going to explode to the point where, like, the door on the right-hand side is now gone. And the glass is now gone. And Waz is once again finding himself hanging out of the ship by his hands on the outside.
Am I on fire? More on fire?
The whole vehicle is on fire.
Well, now you can paint the outside, Wes.
burning it.
So now, top of the round, who would like to go?
I would
you
like
want
to
your,
fire. I would like to fire our grenade.
Okay. You have mini grenades, but yes, that's a good idea.
The homing out of the rocket launcher. What is the difficulty?
Oh, that would help, wouldn't it? I'm sitting here like, why isn't he rolling? And then I'm like, oh, A, he's not in here, and B, I didn't tell him how difficult it was. He's a bigger target. It's gonna be a 1 red. It's only a 1 red because it might explode in your hands.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Okay.
that'll trigger blast.
That'll trigger yeah. So, yeah, you hit this Z95 head on. It the magnetic thing actually causes it to clamp to the nose cone, which is where the sensor suite is, and the nose cone just explodes and peels back like a flower opening. The ship itself is not like destroyed or anything, but it's damaged and smoking enough that as much as he hates to do it, he's got to peel off. Like, he's going to have to at least take a moment to try to get that damage under control, and the aggressors are going to end up pulling in front. You guys are going to be much further down the way now. Who's next?
Co-pilot check.
You should probably do that. That's a good thing to do. Your co-pilot check, because the vehicle's damage, will be upgraded once.
We don't take boosts for taking our whole turn, right? Not for this stuff.
Not for this one, no. Because that's the aim maneuver. I don't see how aiming is really going to help you. Okay.
Not successful.
Randall, the ship's exploded.
Yes, it has. And as I'm looking through the different actions for trying to repair it,
You also have a toolkit on board, and you're MacGyver, so I'll let you do some really funky shit as very temporary solutions to problems.
so is there enough metal to sort of put that half of the ship back together?
Back together? No. You might be able to improvise a covering out of some of the ripped up seats and stuff you have left that, makes it makes it so you're less likely to fall out of the, like, you got rope and cloth. You can make a net so that you don't fall out of it when he makes these high G turns.
All right. Can I wait for Waz to make sure he's back in the ship before I do this?
You absolutely can. Waz, would you like to take your turn?
Yeah, I'd like to climb back in the ship.
Okay.
Is that just a thing I can do?
I'm going to let you just do it. Unless you want to roll for it. I mean, you can if you want to. I don't think you were prepared for that, but I think you've flown outside of the ship enough for today.
Yeah. And the other things can't shoot any more missiles? I can't spoof a missile?
I didn't say can't, but he did hit the nose cone, which I kind of gave you guys without a warfare check, the knowledge of it, but the nose cone's where the sensors for the missile suite are. So if it's peeled back like that, it's highly unlikely it's operable. Plus, if that guy kept shooting missiles at you, you weren't going to make it.
Yeah, I was going to spoof them so they couldn't hit it. All right, I guess no, he just hit us. Have to worry about guided hitting them.
Yeah. He also did use, he just dumbfired that.
Yeah, I'm going to get back in and I'm going to look ahead and try to plot a course.
Okay. As you climb yourself back in, you put your left hand on where the water cannon was and realize you guys still have an ion gun.
Yeah,
I was tracking that. My plan was next turn on an actual tie.
Okay.
Each success reduces black suffered by difficult terrain by 1. Man, we're not in difficult terrain.
Yeah, you are. It's just I've been upgrading instead of adding black because it's cityscape. What was that? Scan?
Plot course.
Plot course. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. I'm down for that. How many successes did you get? You got a lot, right?
4.
Okay. Not Kizik. Waz says, Captain, you can turn right here if you want to try to get away.
Yeah, I saw it
And
while I was outside of the vehicle.
it turns out there might be a shortcut.
I will turn right here.
Okay. You're going to make the same one red check you would have made otherwise. But if you succeed, you'll skip a check.
Alrighty then. 1 red, huh?
Yep. Oh man. Oh man.
You sure it was right here?
It was right there. You succeeded. So you're out this side. You slam out this side, pulling another one of those Tokyo drift turns, and
Corellia. I'm sorry, Silo Drift.
the silo drift turns.
Silo drift.
Yeah.
Coming out this side. Where's the D6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you guys want boxcars, which you did not get. Fucking Waz. All right. So Waz did a really good job seeing that. You complete the turn. You look back to go, good job, Waz, and he's not there anymore.
Oh.
Cam's the last one to go, right? We can have someone try to grab him.
He is currently his foot is caught in the rope that Randall was going to use to make the door, which he hasn't finished doing yet. And he's hanging by that rope, which is wrapped around his ankle about 20 feet underneath the ship. And yes, you may use a tractor beam to try to pull him in if you'd like.
Just let me chill.
Leave him. I punch it.
That's when you blunderbust me off.
If I accelerate fast enough, will you the torsion on the rope would actually sling you behind us, and then I just need to slam on my brakes, and just like that ball in a cup, I'll try to catch you. You know.
There's already a hole in the side of the door, too.
I mean, yeah, also, he hasn't actually rigged up the door yet, so he can still pull him in prior to doing that because he is tied into the same rope.
Tied is a very loose term.
Also,
So is that not-
ow! My ankle.
Ball in a cup. And I guess harpoon him.
Let me claw him. Well, it's top of the round, right?
No. Clax and Randall haven't gone.
Clax.
Clax blew off the nose of a ship.
Oh, okay. Clax has gone. Randall was going to finish that webbing. And
Yes.
we're going to say it's going to take multiple turns. And we're going to go to the top of the round. So everyone is now available to take a turn. Waz is outside of the ship for the fourth?
Before
time?
you start us doing it, the TIE fighters.
Yeah, the TIE fighters are so far behind you because of that shortcut maneuver that you actually have the ability to take a couple of turns without worrying about them, unless you want to worry about them. Like, they
No,
can't...
I just want to double check.
They can't do what you just did.
We couldn't either. Can I?
Technically, hold on, Wes. All of us did it. It was only you that didn't make it.
He did. He made it. He's hanging from the ship.
See? Then we could do it.
Is it an athletics check just to climb myself back up?
So the problem I'm having with this is, I don't know if you've ever been suspended from your ankle before,
I know. I said ow.
but I don't know how you're going to get back on here of your own volition, going 120 miles an hour down a spaceway.
I don't know if you've
You know
ever
that-
been a master of
I will.
grunting Giza, but this is training.
Okay. All right.
I started singing
Doing
that Frank,
sit-ups. Just
that
waiting
Frank
for somebody to
Sinatra
shoot me.
song. I've got the Waz on a string.
Oh, Wes.
Sitting on a rainbow.
All right, Wes, I'm going to give you this check because you really want to do it. It's going
Give
to
me
be
3 red.
It's going to be 2 reds. If you
Despair.
despair, it is very likely Wes does die right here.
Oh man.
Oh, he's despairing. This is it. He'll double despair right here. We have light side tokens.
You do. I keep using
I mean,
the dark.
it's not gonna matter.
I keep
It's not gonna
using.
matter. You're gonna despair.
I keep using the dark side token to shoot missiles and shit at you guys. So you have lots of token. I suggest using your light side tokens because I'm using my dark side tokens.
I'll flip one.
There you go.
One's not enough.
This is great.
Ooh.
Okay. So he doesn't pull himself up. He feels like he could do it, and then he starts doing it, and he's like, I'm not as in good a shape as I thought I was. But in reality, it's like physically impossible.
You know, at
the
100
tractor beam.
So how do you want to spend your 4 advantage? But yes, you can tractor beam. But first,
So you see just like limp body flipping around, and then it gets real straight, and you think like, oh my goodness, he's gonna grab that rope and pull itself up, and then it goes limp again, and then you hear like, oh help, please.
so yes, tractor beam, totally a thing you can do.
That's my 4 advantage.
It's like a fish on the line.
Yep. I mean, it's still not that difficult of a check because this is actually what it was made to do. So you're only looking at like a 2 purple check. This is literally what this machine was actually meant to do.
2 success.
Man, you still almost failed.
When you get up here, Waz, maybe don't untie yourself.
So Wes sits up in the compartment. Randall's making himself a door. What are we doing?
Oh my goodness. You're just gonna tie me to the seat that I took all of the cushioning out of?
Yeah, the ejector seat.
Oh man.
Way back when I rolled my first triumph, I had said, hey, can we try to shoot through here?
You absolutely can, yes.
That's still a possibility?
It's still a possibility. I do want to warn you that if you take that shortcut, there's a possibility that the ties will see you.
Well, so like I figured the Z95, because he had to peel off, this is exactly where he would have gone.
That's one of the reasons you see. I imagine him between these 2 buildings.
Yeah.
He had to go into VTOL mode, and now he's like climbed out of his cockpit onto the nose of the ship with emergency foam and is like spraying all the fires out on the front of his ship.
Perfect. I want to buzz over top of him. Super close.
Okay. Yeah, give me a 1 red. Well, give me a 1 red, 1 purple.
Oh, man, if I
Planetary
was still
pilot.
on the fishing line, I could just kick him off.
It'd be amazing. Just
Killing
grab
one-
him.
Just land on
Killing
it.
killing one cop just isn't enough for our rep. We need to kill 2.
David started it.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
It
did.
wasn't me. That guy was bad.
I will take credit for starting it because I've taken out both of the fighters so far.
We're actually talking about a previous Cthulhu session.
That cop had a shotgun in his dick in a bad place. He was where he shouldn't be, and he tested me.
He was
and I shot him.
blatantly a good guy, and everybody knew it but you.
Bullshit. That guy was bad.
You
And
let
also-
a bugbear walk free last night. You shot a cop in the dick. I just... All right. We can talk about this later.
Bugbear was nice.
So yeah, I got 4 successes.
Okay, did you roll any advantages?
No, none.
Okay. You do buzz past, but it doesn't fall off or anything.
Okay.
You do
But
manage
there's a brown stain in his pants now, right?
I mean, he's so mad that irate that when you went by, he tried to spray you with a repair foam. Like, 'cause that was the only thing he could think to do. But, like,
So he fixed our ship. Then.
you've
So
mentally...
put some of the fire on the side of our ship out.
So, like,
Yeah, he
I
fixed our
want you
ship.
to know that, Cyro, that you locked eyes with this guy, and you realize that you have fucked this guy's life up. Like, his mission in life will be to find and castrate all of you. For the rest of his existence, you've made a mortal enemy here.
Telling you, we killed his 15-year gay partner.
Does time slow down like in Wanted, and I go, "I'm sorry" as we drive by?
Sure, but you say it
Okay.
like that, and
Yeah.
Payne is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Beautiful.
What are you sorry for, Captain?
For ruining that guy's life. I even like princess wave at him.
Oh man. Alrighty, so Payne didn't actually help you with that, so I don't know if he even went this turn.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll
Let's
try
just-
to downgrade. I'll downgrade a future one.
You
Is it
slapped
still
my
red?
hand.
Is it still red and purple?
It's whatever the next. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the vehicle's still fucked up, so yeah, it's red and purple.
Never gonna pass this. I'm not going to help you on a future one.
Yeah, but you get another chance next turn.
It's fair.
All right. Let's see. The Geonosian pulled him on board. Waz is rethinking his life decisions. Randall, would you like to roll a 1 purple mechanics to finish up this webbing door you're making?
Yes.
So in the back of the boat, Randall's doing arts and crafts and has made a amazing net to cover up this hole almost perfectly out of the scraps of stuff he has left. He has, and Syra would turn around for like the first time this whole flight and realize that during the time you've been flying, which has only actually been maybe 7 or 8 minutes, Randall has managed to completely disassemble the entire back of the vehicle.
And reassemble like what, 2 grenade launching gun things and a
Yeah.
piton deal, and like
Yeah.
I'm really glad I hired you, man. But
I'm having a grand old time back here.
I think him and the Geonosian are bonding.
Yeah.
I wonder what you could accomplish with real materials. Probably nothing. You have to strip things out. We're just gonna have to give you a bunch of junk so that you can work with it.
You say real
Build a junk
materials.
locker in the cargo bay for him to work in.
Yeah, we should make a lab in the ship.
I look in one of the bags for like mention towards like a brick of whatever the stuff is we're getting. Oh, I know what it is.
It's Rhydonium.
Yeah.
Let's yell no at that one.
You said real materials. That's clearly what I meant.
No. I'm not playing with that. That will kill us all.
Yeah, we're not allowed to touch that.
It will also kill us all.
Flax, you should shoot the guy that's trying to put the fire out on his ship with the grenade launcher.
God damn. It's the only time that a grenade could actually kill somebody
So
during this whole chase.
I'm going to call it top of the round again. So, Ghost. You
Yeah.
can combine up to the next 3 checks if you would like. If you do that, I highly suggest getting people to help you downgrade via co-piloting and tractor beam checks.
Because those have been doing really well.
Where are the TIE fighters right now?
They're far enough behind you that that's why I'm letting you do this. Basically, you pulled ahead. You got a lead. And if you keep the pedal down, you feel like you might be able to just straight up lose these guys. So, your next 3 checks, it would be.
So you want a co-pilot check to downgrade the difficulty,
No,
right?
hold on. Before let's get the difficulty.
I got to make the decision
It's,
first.
yeah, and it's 3 reds and 2 purples to combine all 3 checks, or you could just combine 2 of them if you would like.
I'd feel safer with 2.
Okay, that's going to be 2 reds, 2 purples.
So it's a co-pilot check first.
Yeah, you definitely want to do the co-piloting and the tractor beam checks first because they downgrade your check. Is how they mechanically work.
All right.
Is the tractor beam still unopposed?
Yes. To
Uh,
downgrade.
No, I'm going to have you roll a co-pilot check, please.
I did my co-pilot.
So
Thank you.
It's the co-pilot check if you're still on the stream is It's bottom
2
left
red, 2
one.
purple.
Yeah, so
One
it's,
red, one purple.
it's 1 red, 1 purple because the vehicle's half blown apart.
One success, one triumph for me.
Oh, okay.
So that's 3 downgrades and a triumph.
Are you using because I don't know what you're using to roll with. Are you using a program that tells you triumphs separate from... So if you rolled that on this generator, your 1 success is your triumph. Because triumphs count as a success.
So it is 3 success, 2 failure, 1 triumph to cancel out to be 1 success, 1 triumph.
Okay, so it's
Is
not...
what it's telling you. It does auto do that with my thing. Like, it tells me when I get just a triumph, 1 success, 1 triumph.
Okay, it's actually not auto-calculating it correctly if your description is correct. But that's fine, it works in your favor.
So it tells me what I get for the dice roll and then gives me my end result.
Okay, it's still... Hold on. You got
So
3?
it's four downgrades.
It's 4 downgrades. Okay.
And a triumph.
Which makes it... Well, you guys can use a triumph for however you want it, but it would make it 5 downgrades, which would make it a simple... Well, make it a 1 purple, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 downgrades would make it a 1 purple check. If that's how you want to use your triumph.
That's up to him, but I would take it.
It's up to you. You're the pilot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
make this 1
assisting you
purple
right
check.
now.
Okay. Do it. Watch him fail this.
I know, right? That'd be suck ass.
Or you could double triumph it. That could happen too.
He did not fail.
Did not fail. All right. Boom. So, yeah, it puts you all the way down here. That TIE fighter that blew through the buildings earlier is hovering here in VTOL mode. Both of the pilots are out on the wings trying to weld this solar array that's basically half fallen off on. They are going to see you, but they're in no condition to pursue you.
Somebody jammed their comms so they can't tell the other people where we are.
So
Yeah,
the only person left to go are Randall and Waz.
Yeah, that was definitely going to jam the comms.
Go for it.
All right, so it's 2 purple computers.
All right. Their comms are jammed. It's Raspberry. Waz, what are you doing?
As we drive by them, I'd like to give them the middle finger, even though I have 3 fingers. I don't know which one's the middle, but
It's the one in the middle.
Yeah, duh.
yeah, but I have 2 fingers and a thumb.
Only one man would have the balls to give me the raspberry.
You couldn't help it. I know it. I thought it was going to be Maul who was going to say that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, get out of here. Spaceballs, man.
That was a terrible movie.
No, it
Get-
wasn't. See,
Get out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I only remember one part from that movie, and that was, "Your Schwartz is bigger than mine."
that's why you don't think it's a good movie. You need to go back and rewatch it.
Yep.
Just so happens that Payne has the only ejection seat, which misfires.
Turns out my finger was on the trigger.
Canopy doesn't even open. He just goes through it.
Jeez.
Gonna goose that. Tell me you know what that reference is.
That's Top Gun.
Okay, you can live. Oh man, Waz,
It's me that hasn't seen Top Gun.
you're kidding.
Oh, monster!
You're kidding me. You're just saying that to troll me.
No, I'm not trolling you. You can ask Jenny. I haven't seen the movie.
That's got to make
How do you
her
not
insane too,
She's really upset about it.
It's like back when he was a good actor too.
right?
Look, we'll have movie night some night when COVID's over.
It's
No,
like
you guys are in my bubble anyway. We'll just have this movie night.
before he joined Scientology and became just a creepy asshole.
I mean, to be
Although
fair, Top
was
Gun
good in
has
Tropic
some, Top Gun has some creepy moments. Let's just be honest.
You mean like the bathroom scene?
Yes, volleyball scene
Yeah,
too.
that's creepy. I don't remember the volleyball scene.
Yeah, it's a musical. That's all I'm gonna say. Top Gun is a musical. It's still a great movie.
Isn't there a new one coming out?
I hope not. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's been pushed back multiple times to allow people to actually go to the theater to see it.
Yeah.
I
Movie's
mean, all they
coming
gotta do is sell it to HBO, and then they could just show it to everyone for free.
All right, Waz, you're the last one to go.
Yeah, I assume I am like strapped into the metal seat and actually tied up. So I do not have like I'm trying to get out of the things that have strapped me into the seat.
Nobody actually called doing that, so unless you did that to yourself, which you can have a psychotic episode and do that if you want.
Yeah, yeah. I was just foot trolling. That's not the right words of that.
Done.
Bungee jumping?
Yeah, yeah. I guess what can I do? I can do another. No, I don't want to do another one of those. I died. I'm just going to wave at the guys.
We all just wave as we drive by with one finger up.
Okay. We're going to take a quick bio break. It's 10 o'clock. I have to use the restroom. And I'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna move this to the phone so I can have a smoke. How's everybody's weekend going?
It's a weekend.
Has returned.
Howdy.
You guys are doing great.
You think so?
Yeah. You haven't died.
It's actually going much better than I expected it to.
I mean, in reality, that concussion missile would have killed it, but since I flipped a dark side token to make it hit, I felt like that was pretty cheap, and I didn't want to, I didn't want to TPK the party because I flipped a dark side token.
No, but it's definitely Michael Bay style missile sidewind comes in and just barely nips us.
Yeah, well, it hit the building was how I narratively wanted it to go off. Is it hit the building and the back blast is all that actually hit the ship, but the ship is so weak that it still did all that damage. We're getting into the fun part. I was going to have that TIE fighter chasing you, but I think this is going to be even better. And then you guys get to do the other fun part, which is now that you've got it, what do you do? Let's assume you live through the next 3 checks. Was I the only one who took a break?
I mean, if my tractor beam keeps up, then I think we'll be all right.
Let's hope so.
I'd love to figure out what's going on with your tabletop simulator. Need to work on that at some point. I should have had you come in an hour early so we could troubleshoot it.
I've thought about it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because now it's 2 different devices. I think it might be part of the internet issues we're having out here right now because there have been a lot of internet blackouts and limited bandwidths that have been happening. Because what kept happening tonight is I'd load in and then I'd lose feedback from the server.
I wonder if you ran a Hamachi server there, Exxon, or yeah, we could just Hamachi link to it.
Well, Hamachi's just a VPN, basically, which is something he's already using. I mean, to his computer, he's in the States.
So I played some of the seasons of Sea of Thieves this morning. It was awesome.
I wanted to, but I had to go help build a porch.
I'm still downloading it. I had to pause it so I could play tonight.
Goodness gracious.
I've got 7 gigs so far though. I'm almost there.
We're playing tomorrow. Zach said he might want to jump in and play for the first time. So let me tell you how long ago it was that Zach, Jeremy, and I played. I was looking at some of our stuff. It was before harpoons were on the boats. I bet you guys don't even remember there not being harpoons on the boats.
Yeah,
That's a long time ago.
It was a while back.
Well, I was looking at it. It's 2.0 came out right after we stopped playing, which was the 1-year anniversary for Sea of Thieves. And that's when they added harpoons. And we only
It's probably my favorite thing in the whole thing. I love the harpoon gun.
I mean, there's so much. It's because you guys remember when we first started playing, I was like, "Oh, this is different. This is different." You guys were like, "Yeah, it's been here, forever," which is kind of true. But I was like, "Oh, this is new." But yeah, it's very different. I kind of wish I had been recording stuff back then, because that would have been cool to have side by side. But yeah, Zach, we have a ton of people that play. At this point, we're almost always running 2 boats.
Yeah, I see you guys on there a decent amount.
Oh yeah, you're just antisocial and won't play with us. Let's see how it is, Zach.
Wow.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that detective stuff too, because the merchant guild stuff was the slowest stuff in the game, and they really needed to do something to make it more exciting. And the fact that I love detective stuff, so I'm really hoping that it's actually really good.
Detective stuff?
Yeah, so the new merchant guild mission is a detective thing.
Oh, I wish they'd do something with the hunter stuff. Make
We'll
it so I
there.
can get my rep a little faster.
I mean, the
I'm
hunter
almost.
Part of the season rewards is fishing and getting special fish and shit like that. And they just give you rewards for being a pirate and playing the game.
I like that. I like to get rewards.
Yeah, you guys are gonna judge me, but I'm gonna end up throwing real money at this thing. You watch.
I mean, you already have.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you get for real money?
So you get a season pass thing, and it unlocks skins before they hit the market for everybody.
Oh, that's worth it.
Like I said, I based my microtransactions off, did I get enough joy out of this game to justify it? And Sea of Thieves hits that mark.
I'm tracking. I'm spending all my entertainment money on Bitcoin right now. So, no microtransactions for me, unless it's Dogecoin.
Yeah. I still have money in AMC stocks.
There you go. Hold.
Yeah, it went good the first day, very bad the second day, and it's coming back after Friday. So I said I was going to sell after Thursday, and I'm still holding on to it. So
Yeah. I couldn't get the GameStop meme stuff. It was too late for that.
yeah, no, we'll see what happens with the stock market after all of this fun stuff.
Yeah. I bet there's going to be a lot of regulation that gets tacked onto it.
There ought not to be. I'm down with the argument of how is it not market manipulation when rich people do this dumb shit, but a bunch of people get together on Reddit and do it, and that's considered market manipulation. I do not understand the difference, other than you fuckers are rich and the people on Reddit aren't.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Like my opinion is, it shouldn't be legal all the way around
Yes.
for people to do shit like this and literally change everyone else's lives. Like, I'm fine with saying it's wrong, just so long as we understand it's wrong
Yeah, it's gonna
all
be
the way
wrong
around.
equally, exactly.
Yeah, it's not wrong because a bunch of people got together and did it. It's wrong in general.
So what exactly are y'all talking about with this?
Some hedge fund tried to short GameStop shares, and some Redditors made some people aware of it and banded together with the Robinhood app, and that hedge fund went from making some money to losing. They're bankrupt now. They don't exist now. Like, they lost billions of dollars because the Redditors made the GameStop share go way, way, way up, and so instead of shorting it, they got fucked.
Yeah, although Robinhood at some point in time did not allow people to continue to buy GameStop
Yeah, they went to a sell only mode and they got lit up for it.
But that's because they're owned by Citadel, which is the hedge fund that shorted it in the first place. So it's very insider, and yeah, it's all fucked up.
I didn't know that last part. I actually find that kind of funny.
Yeah, so they are funded and owned by the hedge fund that started this in the first place.
That is quite hilarious and even more brilliant. I thought it was
Yeah.
just some other hedge fund that owned them. And
There's like some justice to that, isn't there?
So much justice.
Yeah, and the few times that anybody from the CEO of Robinhood has gone on the news a few times, and there was a guy on CNN that just lit his ass up.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a big deal for a little while anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think Robinhood will exist next week.
well, shorting stocks in general is kind of what made the market crash in 2008. And
It's supposed to be illegal. Shorting stocks is supposed to be legal. There's loopholes, and that's what they use to get around it. And if you want to fix something, that's what you fix, because that should be illegal. You should not be able to make another company go bankrupt so you can be rich.
yeah,
And the
See-
fact that it got done to them, I feel like that's actually justice. I understand that lives have been changed, and I feel bad for that.
right. But this is exactly what happened to the EB game stores way back when, and what closed them all.
Mhm.
Can we
So
sidetrack for a second to talk about how awesome Ghost's art is in this freaking game?
I was looking at that, and it's really good looking.
That is unfucking real.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was distracted. ADHD kicked in.
that's fun. And Circuit City went the same way. So like these huge businesses, they buy up companies and then they basically liquidate all of their assets to sell them all out and just close them down, which is what was going to happen to GameStop. They had already decided that. But now these investment guys, out of every, Tom, Dick, and Harry, have decided that they're going to throw some money at GameStop, and it could save the company. But at the same time, if they all pull out, because it's
Let's
going
be
to be
honest,
volatile
it'll
as shit.
temporarily save the company. GameStop's been on the decline for a while.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna die.
Well, I mean, in fairness, GameStop is another one of those companies that didn't watch the world around them and didn't change with the times, knowing that everything was going digital. They didn't alter their play style, not soon enough, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, when you buy a game there, unless it's like for your PlayStation or your Xbox, you get a digital download that you still have to download. You don't get a physical hard copy of the game.
It's a true
So
story.
Right.
like,
And
why?
even when you get the hard copies, you then have to go and download everything the same way, and you can't play it unless you put that disc in. It's still the same amount of download you're doing for most games.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yep.
what he just said.
There's literally no reason at all for these places to exist if that's what they're going to do. Now, GameStop has attempted to become they sell collectibles. I only go there to get action figures. But like
Right.
now they're starting to go, well, we can't really afford to stock them. I'm like, well, I'm not going to pre-order from you when I could just order it from Amazon,
Right.
who is definitely going to get it to me.
I think a long time ago they should have gone the way of board games and started selling like Warhammer figurines and shit like that. That kind of thing could have saved them.
Yep.
If they had become like legit game comic book stores,
Yep.
they could have saved them.
I might have
Yep,
gone
and-
there to pick up some like these Edge of the Empire books and stuff that I buy. Although
Right.
I'd much rather give small businesses my money, so GameStop would still be competing with my tendency to go to smaller businesses, but
Right.
they'd at least be on the menu.
Nope. I have a hard time feeling bad. I was very sad that Toys R Us died out, but like, let's be honest. If I have to check 10 different Toys R Us's to find the thing that I want, or I could just go to Amazon, like, you're not competing. You're falling behind. You failed.
Yep.
All right, well, it's a good intermission. So we're gonna get back into this. These TIE aggressors are just dumbfounded as you guys roll by and wave. We're gonna roll a 1 red check for you to slide past without hitting anything.
1 red.
This is top of the round.
Yep, that's why I stopped.
So we
it when I
can-
did.
Should we do our co-pilot check, or
If that's what you want to do. You guys are not doing a very good job of coordinating in character.
oh yeah. Well, Captain, let me co-pilot this for you. It's not going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Just keep an eye
but
on
I-
that GPS.
I can give you a boost, Captain. Just a little more to the left.
I appreciate that. Do you ever watch those old rally car races where the passenger is like looking at the map and he's not even looking at the road, but he's just like
Yeah.
left 3 degrees, whatever?
Captain, I'm a doctor. I don't really watch rally races. I don't actually do entertainment.
Hmm.
Do you know I'm a robot?
Yeah, I think that you're behind the times.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Okay. How would you like to use your triumph?
I'd like to. Did we ever get the spy car oil slick thing going?
Yeah, Waz has to hang out of the ship to do it, though.
Yeah, it's just poop.
Oh, so we can't just leave it in the air. It's not like a slick mist.
It was a smoke screen, and it worked great, but it's been expended, and I don't think
I gotcha.
and I don't think Waz wants to be outside of the ship anymore today. I could be wrong. I'm speaking for him. Waz, what do you think?
I think it was a good idea. I think my body needs to be on fire the next time, and I need to have like some kind of kite so I can be above the car, not below the car.
All right. I don't know if we have enough materials to do all that.
If you want to do a smoke screen, you can try to. So the fire engine that you're using is rhodinium powered. It runs a generator, so it does actually have exhaust. You could try to change the intermix, like on the fly, to make it basically coal roll.
How big's the thermal cloak that's in the crash survival kit?
So things happened.
That was
That
my
guy
parachute.
That's what he made a pillow out of.
Oh,
And then-
okay.
Filled it with cotton and fire paste.
When I say you look in the back and everything's been disassembled, I mean
Yeah. Okay.
it's
I'm
down
tracking.
it's down to bare metal.
I guess can I use my triumph for like just a boost of speed? I'll cut this corner and come in really
Yeah,
fast?
I could let you downgrade that, or I was serious about the coal rolling thing. I'll let you, because there's going to be a thing that's going to happen where you're going to have to look at that board anyway, so it totally fits in if you want to coal roll
Yeah, let's do it.
the ties. Or you can downgrade the next check, which also will work just fine for you.
I want to coal roll it.
Okay. So you slip around this corner, you hit a few buttons, and suddenly the engine starts belting out just huge globs of black smoke that's so thick it looks like liquids raining down from it, but it's like black rain. And just everything behind you just gets a burst of this stuff as you slip forward. Now, as you're looking at this intermix thing, you start realizing that the fuel gauge on the Radonium tank, it's on E. And it wasn't before. Like it's dropped significantly, and when I say it's on E, like there's a digital needle and it's like still sinking past the E, so you have like a little bit left, but you have a problem.
Captain, it looks like we're running out of gas.
Is there like a Wawa or something around here?
That's one thing to consider. It's actually Randall, Waz, or Clax's turn.
So with the fuel being low, we're transporting rhodium, correct? Or did I mess that up?
No, baridium and a catalyst for it is basically
Yeah.
what it is. But before you jump too far ahead, you sure there's not maybe half the ship got blown apart? Maybe you want to look at it.
Yeah, no, I was making sure that whatever it is that we're transporting, I can't turn into some form of fuel.
Oh my god! You want to try to turn baridium into fuel?
Hey, can I point out that I think maybe there's a hole in the gas tank?
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on this turning baridium into fuel thing. This might be genius.
I'd like to avoid that.
No, we
We
don't need to have a nuclear powered or whatever it is ship.
We just go into hyperspace.
I think we would be in a space. I don't think it would be hyper, more of astral,
Yeah,
because we're dead.
yeah. It seems like a very dumb idea. Yeah, I'll go investigate to see if there's a hole in the fuel tank or.
Missed opportunities. When the GM smiles like this, you guys can't see it, but it's bad things.
Hey, we're on a new planet. Is that a Klingon?
Oh man, I have that book. I could do that campaign. Okay.
We escaped.
Give me a damage control roll.
Damage control. Is it 1, 2, or 3 purples?
You are missing more than half, so it's greater than half threshold. So it's 3.
All right.
Look at you. Oh, you still failed it though.
Look at you.
Okay.
Can I give him a boost?
I guess we're putting that baridium in the.
Yeah, you can give him a boost. How would you like to spend your 2 advantages?
In Triumph.
Okay. How would you like to spend your 2 advantages in your triumph?
So apparently,
So what you don't do is fix the ship. That's what you failed to do.
yes. But instead, I found some other random thing to help in some way, shape, or form.
If that's what you want, yes.
Did he find a formula for baridium to radonium safely? Hey, look, guys! If you just put a single drop in, no, not 2.
Do you guys ever see the Mythbusters episode where they try to make engines out of run on gunpowder?
Yeah, I thought they were successful with that. It just didn't.
No,
it's not safe.
They were explosively unsuccessful, and I'm just imagining that with Viridium right now.
Yeah. I think they got the cylinder to fire one time every time.
Yeah,
but that was it.
They got it to fire one time. They got it to fire into the ceiling one time.
Right.
All right. What other random shit can I find That doesn't actually fix it, but helps us in other ways.
Oh, blaster carbines run on Redonium.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. But blasters do have Tabana gas in very small quantities in them. And Rhydonium and Tabana gas are in essence the same thing. One's liquid and one's gas, but you're running on fumes and quotation marks anyway, so that's not a terrible thought process. If you would like to use your Triumph to slap that Tabana gas canister out of the blaster carbine and put it into the fuel line, yeah, I'll let you do that. And I'll go ahead and tell you that as long as you don't roll any terrible checks, you can probably coast to where you're going on that.
Yeah, that sounds about as good as I can think of for how to Triumph.
What does Dr. Payne run on?
Transfer that battery power to the ship.
I am one with the ship. I am the ship.
I think he runs on pain though, so I wouldn't want to keep the ship going.
Just throw me back out.
Yeah, right.
So you guys are going to come up there. You got one long stretch to go. Ghost is looking at the dashboard. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this check. This whole last straight is a combined 3 red check.
Oof.
And it's a 3 red check because you're going to be, when you get to the other end, you will be out of fuel and ballistic. Like you're going to coast to a stop in the drainage pipe where Mr. Clean has his stuff set up for you.
Okay.
I think we should do the thing we did the last time, and everybody pitches in.
Yep. So what is the difficulty going to be for the tractor?
So let me ask you how you want to use the tractor beam, because it will make a huge difference in the difficulty and the effect it has. Tractor beams are basically push and pull mechanisms, and they work kind of like the harpoon, except they can also push.
So you could help us stop.
You could help them stop, you could help them accelerate, you could help them stay in the air. You do all sorts of other things. How would you like to use it?
Like a Grandelier.
I was thinking if we're ballistic, wouldn't it be a effective way to, like, if you pulse it as you're coming in to slow us down, but not push us back, just kind of slow us down.
Yeah, or to steer. I can see that as
I was thinking kind of using it as like pulses to go through as like a Tarzan swing to keep us up and going where we need to go without throwing us off.
Okay. If you're going to use it in that manner, let's make it a co-piloting check. It's going to be 1 red, 1 purple.
I have a boost. I got 2 advantage, so I can give that to somebody. It's just as good to give it to him as
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also going to help with that method as well.
Kind
Hopefully
of
my
point
dark
out
is
for
low.
where to aim for me.
So what?
I was going to say, if somebody wanted to kind of help out as I was going, it could be to point where I was going. Who are we giving that boost to, though? That's already out there.
I'm giving you my boost.
And it sounded like Randall wanted to help in some way, too.
So you get a boost from him.
Waz is tied to a chair. He smells bad, but I won't make you take any setbacks for it.
Well, yeah, we got the 2 harpoons effectively, correct?
It's just 1.
Just 1. Okay.
I got 1 success for advantage.
Okay. So you can give 2 boosts to the next person and downgrade the check by 1. Ghost, I think that's as good as you're going to get.
Light side points. This is it.
Got some light
Oh,
side
yeah.
points, too.
Let's flip one.
Okay. So that
Or
makes
or
it
2.
1 red, 2 purples.
Or 2. We despair here. We're fucked.
We gotta have the risk, man. It makes it fun.
And you get 2 boosts.
Don't
Oh
worry.
shit!
All right,
That
hold on.
boost didn't even roll.
That's because it wasn't part of it, so we're going to roll this twice.
Come on, successes.
Blank
Damn
on
it.
1.
Jesus.
How would you like to use your 1 advantage?
Let's not die, guys.
Okay. But you're not going to die, but you're only going to make it to about here. and the whole ship is just going to skid to a stop. And it's like it's just completely out of juice. There's nothing left. You're 2 blocks away from your destination, and you can hear TIE fighters and fuselage thrust engines in the distance.
Let's hoof it.
Fortunate.
Hoof it, hoof it, hoof it.
Yep. Grab the bags and go.
Okay. Who's grabbing what?
I'm gonna have at least one of the heavier bags.
Okay. The bags are basically 2-man carries because they're legit heavy. You can stack those removable drives if you want, but those drives are definitely going to totally encumber someone as well.
I'll take the drives.
Okay. All right, so let's get athletics checks from everyone. You just roll them without any opposition, and I'll roll the opposition all at once.
Goodness. Waz got a 2-1.
1 success, 5 advantage.
Okay.
I got a 2-2.
So, if anyone rolls 1 success or lower, let me know.
Somehow I got a 3-0.
I have 1 success, 5 advantage.
Okay. So, Clax is not going to make it. Who's he carrying with? Does anyone want to volunteer, or should I just pick somebody?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay. So you and Waz are falling behind.
Clax.
Sorry. You and Clax are falling behind. He's been through a lot. He's done a lot of flying. He's been up for a long time. He's got short, stubby little legs. And he's having a lot of difficulty. So pain, that's not his right token. Let's get rid of that. That's not adequate anymore. Bring this over here. Yeah. Put that over here. You got the lightest load because you're carrying the drive, so you're going to get there first.
Yeah.
And you get there, and Clean's like, hey, so, they're coming, so what do we do? And he points, and, Dex and Clax they're still like a block away, like trying to hoof it.
Load up. We'll pick them up on the way back.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. And so, you guys get in here. Roll me a combined athletics check. Just one person needs to pass a 1-fail athletics check.
One of them.
Anyone but Dex or Clax. Okay, so not them.
1 purple, you said?
Well, no, it was unopposed. It was.
Got it. I thought it was 1 purple.
Yeah, it's got to pass 1 fail, but that's fine. I'll let you have it since you roll some opposition. All right, so we're gonna load up this backpack and all these people and these drives into this truck, and Mr. Clean's gonna jump behind the wheel and he's gonna run down there to meet him.
We got the side door open.
It's it's like a panel van, so it's got like a side door. So you guys roll up. And you guys pick up your wayward people, all exhausted from their time. You're about to just peel out of here. Do you want to just leave that floater there?
Burn it.
Yeah. Burn it.
I'm all for making an explosion.
Master Waz, do you have anything you want to do here?
Yeah, I want to burn it.
Yes. Would you like to describe how that's going to take place?
If there's no like physical sight, I have, let's see, how many of these do I have? Oh man, I got 5 fire pastes.
And your clothes.
And two grenades left too.
The grenades, the grenade launcher thing, anything that was still in there. The Wind Reserve, there's rope in there. I have.
You're gonna leave the Windrun's Reserve in there?
Oh, that's going to be the Molotov that goes in and that lights the whole fuse. And I'm going to stare at it you're going to have to pull me away and say, no, it's time to go. And I'm going to say, but it's no, it's time to go.
You guys can have that interaction. So Waz lights this bonfire and is just staring at it.
We drive off. I'd floored the pedal.
I mean, if
I'm
no one's
not in
gonna,
the driver's
if no
seat.
one's gonna argue with him, you guys are gonna drive off.
No. I thought
No,
Waz,
we got to bring Waz with us.
Waz is still attached via rope in his ankle. And we just pull him along.
That's even better.
No, I'll get Waz. I'll make sure that Waz is the fire truck now literally on fire.
Oh yes, it's with all that fire paste and those grenades. Not only is it on fire, but it's exploding.
Oh yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
So,
Come on, Waz.
and puts Mr.
Perfect
Clean.
cover for them to think we died.
Yep, Mr. Clean puts the pedal down, and off he goes.
Oh man, there's biological material inside that fire too. If they do any investigating.
Did
Yeah, he pooped.
did you guys take the auto pistol or any of this stuff with you?
No, I'm pretty sure it's all in there.
Okay.
The med kit.
Would have grabbed the DC.
Nope, that was already destroyed. They used that for something.
Fuel.
Yep, used it.
Yeah.
So, all
That was
right,
close.
good deal. Let me pack this map up. You guys successfully survived getting hunted down by Korzak and some Imperials,
And killed a cop.
too.
Allegedly.
No, we didn't kill that other one.
Yet.
Fair. We just made a permanent enemy out of him.
We also did kill an Imperial pilot, but those are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, they don't count.
Yeah, you get light side points for killing them.
Vroom vroom. You guys make it back. What do you want to do?
I believe we had pre-set up for our buyer to be meeting us here to take
you
the things.
absolutely did not. You guys
Okay,
talked
I thought
about
we were going
you
to.
guys talked about all kinds of theories about how you were going to do it. But nobody actually took the initiative to do it.
I'm gonna hose down Master Waz.
Okay.
Captain, you should call our contact and let him know that we have successfully done that which we were required to do.
Yeah, should we have him meet us here, or should we meet him somewhere he wants to go?
I mean, we have what he wants, so we kind of can decide that ourselves, and then he can counter that. That's generally how these negotiations go.
I would like to be as far away from this place as possible.
This place is safe.
While
I
we
think he should come and get it from us, and then we just go to our ship and disappear.
Yep, good call.
Can we make that as we're driving away from the big city?
What, the call?
Yeah, we're in the dumps right now. But we're still
It's Corellia. It is a city. The whole thing is.
No, it isn't. That is not lore accurate. There are cities. Coronet is a big city, but Corellia is not a. It's not like Coruscant. It's not covered in the city.
So we can go out in the wilderness if we need to meet up with him. All right, so I'll send him a text and I'll let him know that the job's done. Let's see what happens there.
Okay. So you get on the holonet and hit your local mail, and you know that he's in system, so it shouldn't take too long for him to get the message. And the message says, "We're going to try to meet you elsewhere. We don't want to meet in Coronet. We want to meet somewhere else."
Okay, yeah, sure.
I was asking. I was just making sure.
Oh, I was gonna send him just the text "job's done" and let him know.
Okay. Well, you send him the message. I mean,
Job's done.
It's like, okay, I'm in orbit. Like, come meet me. He sends you a set of coordinates in orbit. If you're just gonna say job's done.
See if he can meet us on planet, because we got to get this shit off planet.
How long would it take for our truck to drive out to the boonies?
I mean, it depends on how far in the boonies you want to go. Coronet's a pretty big place, but Coronet, after the city limits, is relatively rural.
All right, let's change trucks again. So somebody go acquire another vehicle, and then we're going to go out into, I don't know, some diner 2 towns away, maybe out in the sticks, and we'll call him there and let him know that we'll wait there for him.
Can I ask Mr. Clean how he gets on and off planet?
He's like, I came in on an immigration transport. It was like a refugee transport, and I started my business from scratch here. And I don't get on and off planet. That's if I had a ship, I wouldn't need to join your crew.
It makes sense.
You're also not the human race here and might have an ear on the ground where we do not. Apologize for asking.
He's like, I've been here for like 6 months. He's like, I know that if you want to make shady business deals and you need to go to and from orbit, you either need your own ship that can go to and from, or you need some sort of arrangement that allows something to come to or from without passing through customs. You're probably not going to get that from this docks area on Coronet. And then he's going to be like, your employer didn't arrange anything with you for like pickup or drop off?
Yeah, no, he's in orbit right now. We just have to drop it off to him in orbit.
We're gonna call him and get that worked out, though, right, Captain? That seems like that's putting all the risk on us, and we've already done all the risk.
I was under the impression that if we tried to take this stuff with us back off planet, we're going to have to go through customs. But if he can meet us on planet and we do this trade, we won't have anything illegal and we can just go through customs.
That seems like the best way to go.
That is a valid point.
So I was going to have him come to us on planet instead of us go to him. So that's why I was thinking we go ahead and trade up another vehicle so that, I don't know if we were made in the dump truck, but
Okay,
I don't want that to be...
let me phrase.
Okay.
I'm not impressing upon you the problem I see with your plan. The problem I see with your plan is you're like, let's go to the next town and sit in a diner. You can't just land a spaceship anywhere you damn well please on this planet. You really need to coordinate with your other person where you're going to go instead of saying, we're going to wait here for you. Which is why, like, the initial message I said, hey, are you going to say this? And then you said, no, job's done. That was probably a mistake. That's the problem I see with your plan, is he's not going to be able to get to you if you just drive out to the next town and stop and say, come
Yeah,
to me.
you gotta tell him what we're gonna do so that he can, have his input.
Yeah. And is this something where we can do a check to know the different places that you can get into and out of orbit on this planet?
You don't need to do a check. It's a core world. It's kind of public information to be available just out of the local data kiosk. There's starports at Corvella, Terrana, Coronet, and one other place which names escapes me. But it's there are other starports. There are other places to land where he could meet you, where he probably would meet you if you made arrangements with him. But you do need to make sure that that's something he can do, because remember, it was so expensive to land that you couldn't afford to do it. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, so that was the main city. You said that there was like this retreat place that all of the rich people go.
Corvella to the north, yes.
Okay, so like, yeah, one town over, we go ahead and tell him to meet us there at the starport.
Corvella's, it's like driving from Texas to Maine.
Ghost, just ask him.
Yeah.
You're making this more complicated. You're trying to tell him what to do.
Just say, can you send someone for pickup?
All right, yeah. So I'll text him back and I'll ask him what he wants to do to meet up. I mean, you told me he already gave me the coordinates for orbital.
Yeah, because you just said job's done. So in his mind, that material's on the Proto Shadow right now. That's, if I were him and you said, hey, I've got it, I'd be like, sweet, here I am, come bring it to me. You didn't say, hey, I've got it, but I'm stuck on the planet and I need to meet you. See the difference?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm stuck on the planet, and I gotta meet him up,
Okay.
and I can't get off planet.
And he'd be like, "Do you have any transportation at all?" To which you will, of course, say,
Yeah, I got a truck. That's all I got.
"Okay, there we go." So he's gonna be like, "All right, so you got land transport. Let me make some arrangements, and I will get back to you in a few minutes. In the meantime, do you want to do this thing where you wanted to swap for another vehicle? You want to sort that out?"
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I don't know if this truck had been made, but I'm always assuming that we were made.
It's not a terrible idea. Okay, so how do you want to go about getting another vehicle?
He said, "Crew, get me another vehicle."
All right,
I did say that.
crew, how do you want to go about getting your boss another vehicle?
I'm going to go to the next hangar over and see if there's a vehicle that can potentially be purchased and or stolen.
It's a sealed warehouse. It's locked. I mean, you are in a warehouse district, so if you look long enough, you're gonna find a vehicle. Plus, you can fly. So
Yeah, that's effectively why.
okay, we can put this down to a dice check. So you go ahead and roll your perception. It's gonna be 2 purples.
Two advantage, one failure.
Okay, you do not find an adequate vehicle for moving. Like, you find vehicles, you do not find anything that can carry what you've got. Anyone
I'll
else?
come back and tell them there's nothing in the immediate area we can use.
Anyone else have any bright ideas? Clax took his shot at it.
Can we just paint the vehicle a different color?
If you would like, you can do that. Yeah.
I was gonna go on the Craigslist or whatever version of Craigslist they have to see what sort of vehicles are for sale.
Okay. 1 purple computers check. Also, if you want to do the pay and spray GTA thing, that's going to be a mechanics check.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
I think I found something on Craigslist.
Difficulty?
1 purple. No, it's not even that. It's just just don't roll blanks. You find a couple of things.
Good.
There's a V5 medium cargo floater that's available that would probably handle the load. And there's a scavenged ground truck that's basically cobbled together from spare parts. Prices range from 4,750 credits to the low end being 1,225 credits.
I repainted it, Captain. It's a totally new vehicle now.
Captain's intercom pings as he's looking at his options, and he's like, "Okay, I've secured a docking bay for tomorrow at noon in Terraria, in Terrena. It's a docking bay 24. Here's the access codes and all the stuff you need. Please be there at noon tomorrow."
Tarina, and how far away is that?
It is like driving from Florida to Maine. It's still a significant drive, but you can easily get there by noon tomorrow.
If we start like now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got this truck painted. It's going to be a hell of a drive, but I think we should just use our truck and go.
Okay. So you got your painted truck. Everybody piles in. You drive off to the next starport. We're going to do this relatively narratively because it's going to go pretty smoothly, assuming you guys don't have
What
any.
if it's a highway montage?
Yeah, it's basically we're doing a road trip montage. As long as you guys don't have any shenanigans you want to try to pull along the way. Yep.
I was gonna. Does our truck have any sensors that it's sending off? I was gonna adjust those.
Have you ever driven a Ford Transit van?
No.
It's a Ford Transit van.
Alright.
It's so I don't know what the Chevy equivalent is, but basically it's got an AM/FM radio.
That's about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually have any transmittal things to try to
It's not. That's not what it is. No, it's
All
it's got. It doesn't even have more than 2 seats. Most of you are just sitting in the back with the droids and the loot. Like there's not even like real seats. Waz has for some reason tied himself into the side of the cargo rack.
That's a good idea.
Just in case. You never know. I'm gonna break out of these and right now. It's just tight.
So
Too
you
tight
guys-
these times.
You guys roll up. This is going to magically become the docking bay, and the Rusty Dune Lizard is already there, and it is the ugliest ship like that you guys have ever seen. And let me grab the crew of said Dune Lizard, and they're waiting there for it. And they're, as you roll up, Retinas has like this huge grin on his face, and as soon as like you guys start piling out, he flips his data pad over so you can see the live feed, and the Coronet News Network is just rolling 24-hour footage of this amazing heist, because now they know it's a heist. Like, they realize that something super valuable was stolen from Blastech. They're not saying on the airwaves what it is, but it's all over and it's a complete mystery. Nobody knows what happened. What they do know is that a police officer was killed during the line of the pursuit afterwards. And that's about it.
So, from that, do we learn the police officer's name?
Yeah, that would be reasonable information they'd have.
I'm gonna make an anonymous donation to his family.
Okay.
It's a messed up thing that happened. Wasn't our fault.
Yep.
What was our fault?
His brother is on the news. He's going to resign and bring the culprits to justice.
I hope he takes up fishing. Get
It's,
some peace.
He's going to get that money that you're giving. It's going to be hilarious. You're going to fund his revenge fund.
Good. That's how the best villains are created.
But he's not a villain.
He's gonna become his own. He should just, take up fishing. Chill.
I don't think he's gonna do that. He's gonna take up hunting.
Yeah. He should go, get some dicks or some crazy animal he's never killed before. Yeah. Go get some dicks.
He's gonna get some dicks.
That is hilarious.
Go eat a dick.
Wait, so he was having he was in a relationship with his brother?
He wasn't,
No, I don't
he wasn't
think that's
actually
so
the guy's
weird.
gay lover.
That is so weird.
You said that. He did not.
You said we control the story. I thought that's what I was doing. Now it's all fucked up.
It's Coruscant.
Oh, that's fair.
Corellia.
It's
That's
Game of
kind of-
Thrones.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like Game of Thrones. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
I keep messing that up. It's not a good joke.
He's pulling you got the goods. You got the goods. So you guys are gonna get out the truck and meet with your guy.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna do this exchange.
You pull out this bag, and he flips the top open on this bag and looks inside and pulls out this blue brick. And just like he holds it like it's the most amazing thing in the world. And he looks really happy about it. And he kind of, shifts the bag because it's too heavy for him to just pick up easily over to the Rhodian. And she pulls out this thing and is looking at this like, yeah. And then she puts that back in there. And then they open up the other bag, and he pulls out this beridium. Now, he holds this with the same amount of reverie, but he's like, I'm really impressed that you two knew to keep the Eudidium and the beridium apart. That's top tier work right there. So you're going to provide these drives now. So he's going to plug into the drive. So first off, how do you guys give him the drive? You just give him the stack of drives?
The droid had him in a backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know of any other way to do it.
Okay. So he puts the drives in, and he starts flipping through it, and he does get a little bit of a sour look, and he's like, so the data's encrypted, so I can't actually confirm that everything's on here, but he looks at the data pad. He's like, a job like that, I got most of the material here. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that that the data I want is on this drive, because it looks like you guys did a hell of a job, and I feel like you're good for it. I feel pretty good about it. And he's going to hand you this bag. This bag says data cards on it. You going to open it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and open that bag.
Okay.
It's like I believe the agreed upon sum for, loss of life was $50K.
Yeah, unfortunately, just that police officer died, right?
Yeah, but that's pretty high profile, and it gives them a reason to come look for things, which was why I didn't want the loss of life.
Yeah, but you said civilian, didn't
Did
you?
say millions.
I did say civilian. He starts scratching his chin. He's like, I mean, it's not the spirit of what I said, but it is the letter of what I said. It was 100 for the full thing, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, give me a second. He's gonna go talk to his partner, and they're gonna yip you
Also,
back and
no
forth.
one knows it was us, which was the other thing.
So he's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, all right, I'll tell you what. There's your half for the first part. If you're willing to hang around for another day, I'm gonna decrypt these drives. If it's what I need, you come back tomorrow at noon. I'll give you the other $50K.
I don't see a problem with that. I mean, we're gonna enter this business together anyway.
Okay. So he gives you a nod. He walks up the boarding ramp to his ship with some drives, and he's going to be doing his thing. You guys have a day on Coruscant. You have 50,000 credits in cold, hard Imperial cash.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay these guys.
I see a hell of a party. This is where you guys like kill a stripper or something, and I get to throw you in jail.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes of Hangover is about to happen.
There's a tiger in the bathroom.
You have something on your face.
I'm gonna punch Mike Tyson.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to give everybody their paychecks. I think I wrote 2,000 credits down for a week. Hold on. Let me see what I wrote down.
It's on the safe. 1,200 per crew member per job.
No, it's per week.
It
Yeah,
says
per week.
It's per job. Because we had the conversation. I reviewed the stream, and we had that conversation where I was like, I'm not paying you per week, I'm paying you per job. And you were like, yeah,
No, he
it's per
hired
job.
us per week.
Yeah. But you also agreed afterwards that it wasn't going to be per week.
I didn't agree to that.
I'm relatively certain you did on the stream. Because I remember.
I mean, I'm fine with a set price, but like,
I mean, it's up to
it
you
seems
guys.
like
If
it
he wants
seems
to,
like we're risking a lot to get,
if he wants to pay you per week, that's fine. You guys will go bankrupt. And fast.
Can I get these
Or at least
two
the capital.
exchanged for thousands?
Absolutely.
Here's 1,000 if you want to copy that.
Sure.
Gracias. Two, 4, 6. All right, so I gotta pay Mr. Clean. That's his 2,000. And then I gotta pay. Let's see, we got Randall, Clax, and Dr. Payne and Waz. So that's 2,000 there. That's gonna get them until tomorrow. So that's their party money for the night. Whatever you guys want to do.
Sweet. And we are going to go through what you guys are doing. So we might as well start with Ghost. So what is Mr. Dex, Captain Dex, gonna do during his 24-hour shore leave, as it were? You're in a completely different city than where the heist took place. It's a much more rural city than the one you were in before. It's a much smaller city too, but it still has all the amenities.
I'm trying to think of what Cyro Dex could go to the strip club.
It's the lighting's more comfortable in there for him.
Yeah. I was like, let's go to a movie theater, but then I remembered.
I heard they're playing Top Gun.
You guys watch the latest bootleg videos from the New Republic about Rogue Squadron and their ace Corellian pilots who are like leading it. But you got to watch it in like these shady backroom strip club theaters because it's still technically an Imperial world.
Right.
It's a new actor playing the part. His name is Tom Cruise.
All right, Randall. I paid Randall.
So Randall, you got paid, and you have 24 hours, free and loose in the city to do whatever you want.
Clacks. Ooh.
I'm trying to think of some really nerdy shit I could do.
One of the things while you're doing things, you are going to be watching the news headlines, and on top of the heist, they're going to talk about other things with Corsac. One of the things they're going to say is that Corsac has been invited to participate in a multiplanetary investigation of an explosion at one of the universities on Mon Cala.
Wait, what?
Just a little tidbit. Something you see.
Yeah, I'm getting rather uneasy and trying to get very, very fidgety and trying to get us out of here as quickly as possible, knowing that there is that investigation going on.
Okay.
So wait, that news article right there, did that link our crew with the heist?
No, this is a separate thing. This is part of Randall's backstory. That's not really Randall.
Yeah. There's some backstory stuff with an explosion on Mon Cala.
Yeah, Randall did some shit.
What are you doing?
Where's the trash can?
The trash can model doesn't work anymore, so I'm just using this gray crate that's got 53 items in it. You just drop it in there.
I was just gonna drop it over here where I can't see it anymore.
What are you buying with that?
That's what I do on the D&D table. I just take the platinum I've spent and I put it over on the D&D's table.
Just toss it over there.
I just toss it over there. I'm like, it's in the zone. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm probably just hanging out with the captain. I was simply transferring those funds into my account.
Okay. Makes sense. They're all electronic. Okay, well that was easy. Waz.
I'm gonna try to get into an underground bare knuckle fighting ring.
Oh, I wish you'd said that before I said what I was doing. I want to go.
You can still go with him if you want.
Oh, I want to go with you.
It's at the strip club. This is the best place ever.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a strip club underground bare knuckle fight. Okay, all right. This is how this crew spends its time.
It's literally the same place that we did all our business in the last campaign.
True story.
Just smaller.
Okay, well let's start with the fighting. All right, somebody's chomping into their microphone again. Okay.
Just trying to open a bag.
Was that you?
I have a fruit snacks bag.
No. Okay, so the fighting part is going to be relatively easy. I just want to know what your preference is for, like, there's the guy that you're sure you can beat, and there's the guy that you think you can beat, and there's a guy that you're not so sure you can beat, and then there's a Wookiee.
Is it a bionic Wookiee?
Nope, not yet. Waz hasn't fought him yet.
Yeah, I'd fight the Wookiee.
Okay.
Wait. Can we tag team the Wookiee?
So wait, the pain bot wants to fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually my whole design of the character is he's actually a really good martial artist. I just haven't really had a chance to do any of that.
Okay. So he takes one look at your protocol droid form wearing a lab coat, because that's what you look like now, and he's
Yep.
like, yeah, you guys can team up on me. That's fine. And
Yes.
he says that as he's like wiping the blood of another sentient being off of his hands.
I'm gonna go ahead and wage 500 of my credits on my crewmates here. And I'm gonna put some faith in them.
Okay. You're gonna get great odds. They're gonna give you 3-1 odds. Would anyone else like to place a wager?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna put 500 down.
Okay.
I would like to put 1,000 down on myself.
Okay. Randall,
I,
Waz,
I'm I am slightly oblivious to this. I'm
you're looking at your data pad still. There's like that Mon Cal chick that magically fell through the thing. She's in your lap trying to get your attention. You're like, man,
Nice.
nah. You're like, nah. They're the news, man. I have to read this.
yeah, I have to be informed. You don't learn how to put all that shit together with nothing without being informed.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, but I put my 1,000 credit chip.
Okay.
I thought, yeah.
Remember, 3-1 odds for everybody. Okay, so you guys step in the ring. Let me put a Wookiee in here, and then we'll do this. Search. The Wookiee should not be that hard to find. I've got like 4 of them. Ah, here we go. Yes, this one.
As long as it's not a zombie Wookiee.
It is not a zombie Wookiee. He's wearing the armor from Star Wars Galaxies, though. Thank you for.
I'm
making
actually
that.
okay if he's a zombie Wookiee, as I can't become a zombie from that.
All right, so the Wookiee gets in there and he, slaps his paws together and roars a little bit and, trying to be really intimidating. And I'm guessing Waz just looks very nonplussed by all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to throw here's Waz, and Dex is watching, and Randall is watching, and Mr. Clean came out to watch, and Clax is over here cheering you on, and Payne's here in the circle with you. Yeah. Okay. Drawing all kinds of stuff in there. I don't know what all that is. All right. Let's roll some initiatives. It's cool for everybody.
Zero two.
Hold on, I'm still trying to figure out what mine is. Oh yeah, it's 1 green. Okay, this will go great.
Kizik, would you mind throwing all that in a notepad for me real quick? I gotta find the actual card for a Wookiee Gladiator on the fly.
I also got 02.
I wish I could remember what the Wookiee Gladiator's name was. Oop, what's that? Oh, you know what? I think I remember a way of doing this. Where's the NPCs with art cards? There they are. Is it Fringe Dweller or is it Underworld? There it is. Got him.
Oh no, he doesn't have a very big presence.
No, he's not. So he's gonna have 2 greens. And and he gets 3 successes.
He might go first.
He's gonna go first, and he's gonna point at Waz as the primary other combatant and be like, and he's got a vibroaxe in his hands. He's gonna point to the vibroaxe and then point to his paw, like you get to choose.
I'm going to show him both of my hands and point to his paw hand.
Okay. He's going to sheath the vibroaxe, and he's going to come at you. Brawl 4, 5 ranks. So that's 4 yellows and a green. What abilities do you have that are going to make this more difficult for him?
I can take a defensive stance.
Okay, that adds a setback or an upgrade, or how does that work?
Don't know what my next page is. Page 2. Page 3. Upgrade difficulty.
Upgrade difficulty. That's good. I'm going to upgrade it again because you're a player character. Alright, so he comes in with his massive Wookiee balls. Alright, well that's 8 damage, bypassing soak. As he picks Waz up and throws him into the cage.
Bypassing soak?
Yep.
You mean before soak, or actually he bypasses soak?
I mean, brawl checks bypass soak. It will work for you guys too. As if you do a specific fist fight like this is, you're not getting your benefits of your soak.
Oh, I thought you had to have a talent to do that. I actually
You-
spent
you-
points on a talent.
You do under other, like if this were not a cage fight, that would be correct. The assumption is that you're not allowed to use like special armors and stuff like that. I guess
Okay.
guess you can have your brawn. Any soak you get from your brawn, you can still have. Because you would it's not like you would take your muscles away. But he's not going to get his armor. Which I don't know if his armor is actually that good or not.
It's like a loss of 2.
Yeah, it's not. He's not wearing armor. All right, Waz, it's your turn, buddy.
Excellent. I'm going to get off of the wall. I'm going to do... Oh, am I prone right now? Don't matter. I'm still going to do a little cool kick-up thing. I'm going to come at him, switching feet a whole bunch. Like my foot's going up, my foot's going down, my foot's going up. I'm going to try to uppercut him. Jumping uppercut.
Okay. It's a 1 red, 1 purple check for your brawl. And make sure you count your 3 brawn as your 3 soak. Because I am going to let you have that. That makes more sense to do it that way. 2 success, 2 advantage. Do you have any special things you can trigger with your 2 advantage?
No.
Are you sure?
I do, but this is a legit fist fight. Like, I'm not going to catch this guy on fire right now.
No. If you go into the generator and you click unarmed, it'll tell you that there are special things like knockdown and stuff I think you get as abilities in hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, well then I would like to knock him down.
Okay. So you trip up the Wookiee and he falls down.
No, it's a jumping uppercut, and I hit him right on the jaw, and it scares him, and he falls backwards like a real big boom.
Okay. Painbot, it's you, buddy.
All right. So he's fallen down on the ground now?
He has fallen down on the ground. That's correct.
All right. Have you watched Old Man Logan yet?
I've
Or
not-
Logan? All right. So there's a cyborg guy in there who does this thing with his fingers where his thumb, he touches his thumb to all of his fingers front to back, and then his hand flips over and he does it again backwards. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm just gonna walk over and punch him.
Okay. One red, one purple.
Difficulty to hit him, 1 red, 1 purple. All right. I think I have the same check as Wes. Can I aim?
I don't see why not. Okay. So, how would you like to use your triumph?
I think I'm gonna activate the stun on my gauntlets or my shot gloves,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit him for. Give me a second. I gotta figure this out.
I thought you were using. I thought we made your gauntlets ion.
They still have stun on them.
No. Because, all right. So when we built them, I said, "Well, do you want to make them ion? That will replace the stun quality."
Ah, okay. Then
I'm willing to, because you've never used them before. So if you want to retcon them that they're stun gauntlets still, I'm 100% okay with that. But it should be either or.
I did not realize it was either or. Well, if I get that, that's 3, and then it's what I roll 1. Give me a second. I haven't done this attack before. That is 1, 2, and then you add your strength.
Yep.
To your damage.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is a lot lower than I thought it'd be. All right, that's 5 plus 3 or 5. The attack bypasses soak from the
From armor.
anatomy lesson. No, it's from the anatomy skill I have.
Okay, so you
Pressure
bypass
point?
all soak or a number of points.
Bypass all soak, and it
Okay.
goes to his strain. I don't do actual damage,
Okay.
and it's 8. I think it's the total.
Okay, that's strain damage.
Yep.
Okay, that definitely has an effect then. Like
Yep.
he's woozy. Okay. Now with that said, let me roll something else because it was supposed to be a fist fight, but I don't think anyone would catch that you hit him.
Technically, it's still a fist fight.
Yeah, nobody saw it anyway. It doesn't matter. So, all right, now Wookiee is gotta do his turn again. So he's gonna spin a maneuver to get up because get on his feet. And the pain bot actually, like, he looks at you with a whole new look in his eyes. Also, Wookiee Rage, because Wookiee Rage is a thing. Aw, Calm Raccoon is followed. Thank you.
I've also been watching the stream to boost your numbers.
I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Same check again. Do you have any sort of defensive stance or anything?
Nope.
Do you have any sort of melee defense?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of. I'll double check, but I don't think so. No.
Okay. So that's 9 damage, bypassing any armor soak.
Right.
And he's going to knock you prone.
All right.
Okay. He is not doing subtle strain damage. Like, he started to with Waz, but he didn't because he threw him into the cage. But, like, he's in anger Wookiee Rage mode now. He was in cocky, I'm just going to beat your ass mode. Now he's, I'm going to kill you and eat you mode. Also, it's Waz's turn again.
Knock him back down again. So I got him. He threw my buddy away. So now I'm gonna do like one of the sweeping back leg things. I'm gonna try to knock him down, take his legs out from underneath of him.
Okay. Also, make sure to let me know if you're going to do strain damage or, like, you're trying to knock him out or you're trying to actually hurt him.
I missed. I hit his foot, and I thought like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. And then my foot just stopped right there, dead in its tracks. But he's now looking down at my foot, giving Painbot a bonus.
It sounds reasonable. You get a boost.
Went to
Painbot?
sweep the leg, it just came to a complete stop.
Yeah, well, it is a Wookiee. He's like
Right.
easily twice either of y'all's mass.
All right, I'll spend 2 strain to take an extra maneuver. And then I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming that with that second triumph, you can do every bit as much damage as you did last time,
Yeah, that's literally the same roll I did last time.
and you are going to render him unconscious,
Yep.
because that's what's going to happen, because that brings him to exactly his strain threshold. And I'm going to roll that knocks him out. The crowd goes wild. Many people are very disappointed. You guys get major payouts.
Huzzah!
You may add your wagers to your cards to save me time of generating credits, unless you really want hard credits.
No, I'll just write it down.
All right.
Can somebody put the total of 3,000 that I've gotten between payday and payout from the fight onto my card?
Sure can. There you go.
I think
We should do that more often, Wes. I made a great deal of money.
And you guys had strippers, and there were hookers, and blackjack, and fist fights. It was a great evening, and none of y'all got arrested.
I would like to help fix the Wookiee that we broke.
He's just unconscious. You can bring him back pretty easily.
Yeah, I do medical attention to him.
Okay. He seems surprisingly well adjusted when you bring him back around. He is disappointed he lost the fight, though. He seems very shocked, but he also seems to have a newfound respect for you and Waz.
Yeah.
Like he kind of wants to chat. He kind of wants to chat with you guys, and Waz will even get the opportunity if he wants to try to teach him some moves to do a little bit of instructing on the side.
does he want to come follow us and join our ship and start part of my studio?
No, he doesn't want to do all that.
Man.
But he will spread the word. He will spread the word of the Master Waz.
The old grunting Giza.
Yep.
It's technically Dr. Payne is a student of mine as well.
Counterpart? I don't know about student. I just saw you fight. That didn't go like I thought it was going to go.
You were in the hangar when I had my first class.
Was I?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if Waz had chose to light him on fire and use his actual special abilities, Wookiees are made of fur. That would have been bad for him. Someone
That would have
else,
been very lethal.
that would have been.
We can be up now. It's Master Waz and Dr. Payne.
Okay, so no one else wants to do any shenanigans that would possibly end in, arrest or anything, bodily injury.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So this is my student out there. He's the captain, Captain Dex. He's looking for the next fight. Anybody?
Oh no. I am not. You know what I am looking for? I'm looking for a ship for sale, or I want to trade in my ship. I think we'll deal with it later, but I'm going to be on the market.
The Proto Shadow?
Yeah, I'm checking out Zillow.
Okay. That's going to be interesting.
I would be willing to take that medium run fight that was offered up.
Okay. Just hold on one second. No, we'll just copy him because he'll come in handy later.
Kick ass and chew bubble gum.
So you guys come out of the ring as another contender is stepping in. His opponent is a human, has some tattoos, and the bell
His
rings.
name's Kevin.
And you're going to
I got a 2-0.
okay. Yeah, I was about to say gets rolling some initiative. I didn't give him stats. Well, that sucks. Let's use this guy's stats. I don't know what this guy's stats are, but that's what he's got now. Oh, you're gonna win this. This was not medium difficulty. This was easy. Alright, so this guy has 2. Let's give him an automatic upgrade on everything. Alright, 1-1. So you're going to go first. It's a fist fight.
So I'm gonna start by just taking off and just shooting across the ring while I'm flying, and just give him a flying uppercut.
Okay. Roll a 2 purple brawl check. Yes. Which, if you don't have any points in it, is just your brawn.
I got 1 success.
Okay. So your brawn is 4. So 1 success, so you do 5 damage. You straight up punch this guy in the face. He reels back. There's like blood spewing from his nose and his mouth. He's actually really badly hurt. Like legitimately, like, oh fuck. And he's gonna try to punch you back. And I'm gonna give him an automatic upgrade because he's pretty sad. Oh, he almost rolled a triumph. But he didn't. So you take 3 damage. Since your brawn is 3, you don't, or 4, you don't actually take any actual damage. And it's your turn again.
So I'm gonna like fly around behind him and then just like that Star Trek double fist punch on the top of his head.
Okay. Roll me another 2 purple brawl check.
2 success, 1 triumph.
Okay. You kill him. He collapses to the floor. The place gets pretty quiet. And security shows up and is like, it's supposed to be a non-lethal fight. And
I didn't think that would kill him.
they're going to take you into custody. So you are going to get arrested.
Jeez.
Nice.
A triumph to
Real
get arrested.
nice.
That's beautiful.
Well, it's actually because you didn't call out using non-lethal damage, which I specifically stated in the last fight. So you can choose
Which is fair.
You can choose to do lethal or non-lethal damage.
I would prefer non-lethal. I'm not trying to kill anyone right now.
Plus, we always kill Kevin.
That's true.
That's fair. That is fair. You fought Kevin. You should have seen that coming.
So
Yeah.
Klax gets hauled off to prison. Not prison. The drunk tank, and they're pressing somewhat charges. They're pressing aggravated assault charges. He did kill somebody, but they're like, yeah, he was in a fighting ring though. And they post his bail at 500 credits. So you can totally just pay his bail and then skip bail tomorrow if you want.
Well, didn't the guy like sign a waiver form or anything?
Yeah, for insurance, not to sue the facility, but it's, for a non-lethal fight.
There's always inherent risk to it. Though. Okay, I got you. 500. I'll just pay the bail.
Okay, so you guys pay the bail, and then I'm assuming you go straight to the ship because now you're kind of on the clock for getting out of here.
Yeah, true.
So you guys turn it back up over here. You done rearranged this thing, haven't you? Yeah, you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I need to copy pasta, yank that out, copy that, paste that. So you show up, and Kathy, who is the Rhodian, walks down the ramp, and she's like, data ended up being good. Here is your payment. We will be in touch if we have anything else we need. And if you end up needing the services of a decent slicer or information broker, or if you have need of perhaps a extraction in a faraway system, just give us a call. And she heads back.
All right, will do.
You've been paid. You also all now get 10 XP.
Excellent. Let's get the fuck out of here, huh?
Can Clax ride up with them? I feel like at the taxi, they're going to say, you got any outstanding warrants?
Would you like to make some arrangements for that? You could definitely do that. I'm just gonna narratively say that happens if that's how you guys would like to do it. It's easy enough to do. As a matter of fact, he could give you all a ride back to your ship, and you wouldn't have to pay taxi fees or anything. You're gonna have to leave the truck there because this thing can't lift it. But I don't think you're planning on bringing that with you.
No.
Can I set it on fire?
Were we going to bring the droids that were in the truck with us and all their parts?
Oh yeah, we were gonna take all of Mr. Clean's droids.
That is still something you can do. They'll fit. The truck won't fit. The droids will easily fit.
All right then.
All right, I'm gonna put all this stuff in the proto shadow. While you're shopping around for ships, I'm not opposed to you doing this, but you do need to keep a couple things in mind while doing it. Item number 1 is I picked this ship because it is big enough for all of you to have a tremendous amount of space and for it to take the place of a home base of operations.
True.
If you try to downgrade to the traditional I've always done a YT thing in the campaign that you guys have done, you are going to find life much more difficult in a lot of ways. A lot of thought went into picking this ship. I'm more than happy for you guys to swap it out if you really want to, but I really want you to think about it because you cannot do the Firefly campaign on one of those small ships. It won't work.
No, I get you. The thing that I'm worried about is being on the network now as a pirate, or somehow being connected to the heist. So
it might be more worth looking into seeing if we can get our transponder either removed or replaced or something like that.
Well, you guys got away clean, so
true.
You're not labeled as. You'd have to go into piracy to get labeled as a pirate. You do have a pirate fighter on board that I don't know if I would hang on to if I were you, but it's also much cheaper. Like if you want to get that transponder change done to the Proto Shadow, that's really expensive. But if you wanted to get a transponder swap on a smaller ship that fits in that launch bay or maybe that fighter, it's less money. It's more money than you really have on hand now, but it's cheaper to do that than it is a bigger ship.
Gotcha. All right. So we're all back on board. We can actually leave.
Mm-hmm. You did. You made a clean getaway for your heist. You actually pulled it off. Got paid, got XP. Nobody died, although Waz tried really hard.
Really hard. He kept jumping out of the ship.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing.
I think you did a great job, Wes.
I actually saw a rope reach out and grab him when he jumped out that last time. It was the weirdest thing.
Okay.
I knocked a Wookiee out.
I killed quite a few guys.
You killed a cop.
So you're in orbit above Corellia. As the captain, where would you want your next port of call to be? Because I know that previously you said, the ship doesn't move if you don't have cargo, but that also runs contrary to your previous statement of let's GTFO.
Yeah, we want to get away clean. Let's we have money for fuel.
We have fuel.
We have fuel.
Both of those are true stories.
I want to go shopping.
Does anybody else want to go shopping?
I'm interested in it, but I think at this point I need to be looking for the mods for my armor and stuff like that.
That is part of shopping.
So what's the next major planet out that doesn't have such a problem against guns?
You can go all the way back out to the rim.
Oh, damn.
Hold on, let's pull up the galaxy.
I mean, going back to Nalhutta wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing because we are at least in the good graces right now of the Hutts, so we can try to get another job out there pretty easily.
So, you're currently on Corellia, which is here. There are probably going to be select planets out in the inner rim that are going to be completely okay for you to go to and be able to open carry your weapons. Mid rim, there'll be more, and outer rim, there'll be plenty. Traditionally, like all of the campaigns over the past 3 years have taken place either in the outer rim or beyond. That's why you guys have had such lax rules so far.
Is Alderaan there?
No, there's an asteroid field there.
All right.
It's called. There's a name for it. It's not called the graveyard, but there's a name for it. That's basically like the graveyard, and Alderanians make pilgrimages there to shoot valuables into the asteroid field with messages to their loved ones. And there are scavengers and pirates who wait for them to do that, and then go pick up whatever trinkets they've fired into the asteroid field and sell them.
Sounds like an awesome plan.
Yeah, very interesting.
God, people are shitty.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say that in one of the books that I really like, a Alderanian war frigate that's completely run by droids and automated shows back up at the planet and starts shooting people there. Yeah. It's a good book. You should read it.
Droids are also shitty.
So
Says the droid.
yeah, this being our Firefly-like campaign, I think the main thing that made Firefly run was that they were forced to keep moving and are in, the outer ring,
Well,
so they don't have to deal with the Imperials, right?
Yeah, they did some Core World stuff too, though. Their main thing was that and like you said, they were always on the move and they had to stay on the move. And that didn't mean exclusively staying out of the fringes, because you also remember that, the hospital episode, their big complaint, or Anara's big complaint, was you stayed so far out on the rim, we're not making any money, which I guarantee you will be the same problem you're going to have with this ship. The further out you go, the less lucrative the jobs are. You could fly out to the Hapes Consortium or the Corporate Sector Authority, or go back to Hut Space.
Yeah, what's the Hapes Consortium like?
So they are a matriarchal society. They have a queen, and all of their leaders are female. They are a powerful enough military force that during the height of the Empire, they did not attempt to conquer them. And they allied themselves with the New Republic right after the Battle of Endor, although they're not members of the New Republic.
So, what's Hapes like as a planet? Is it a place that we could go and lay low for a little bit, or go and try to find some work?
I mean, you could go there, you could find work, you could lay low, you cannot carry your weapons. Also, as males, you will be treated kind of badly.
Ah,
I'm a droid. I'll be treated exactly the same as I'm always treated.
Which is badly. But yes.
we've been to Brental before, right?
I don't think so. You've been to Ord Mantell in the first campaign.
Yeah, based off of the news that I've followed,
So,
I'm trying to steer us away from anything that's going to be investigating the explosion on Mount Kyle.
are you looking for another job immediately? Because if you are,
Yeah.
I can give you a couple leads.
Okay.
So there's a guy who's got a transport job. I don't know how he's gonna get in touch with you if you're just immediately leaving, but I can probably work that out if you give me a second. Let me look up the other one, because I don't know the other one off the top of my head. Try Edge of the Empire. It's a module, isn't it?
I guess we can put like a job posting out that we're a transport ship leaving planet.
We just checked monster.
Transport
Yes.
ship with minor defense force.
Have truck will travel.
Okay, so you got yourself caught up in hut business. That follows. You will have a hut reach out to you, Catho the Hut, and he's gonna want you to take on a job for him. It's a heist. He's read your CV, as it were, and he thinks that you could probably do the things that he wants.
Where's the heist based out of?
Bespin.
Where's that here on the map?
Bespin's actually pretty famous in the galaxy, as one of the primary places Turbana gas comes from, and Cloud City has a reputation. So Cloud City, I mean, you've seen Empire Strikes Back, so you've seen Cloud City. Is Lando's? It's
Home
Cloud
base.
City. Yeah, it's Cloud City.
Hey, Grant,
It's a pretty big deal.
It's like a bunch of ships. No, not ships. Walkers tied together, right?
No. That's afterwards. That's Anot. Where is that? That is. It's around here somewhere. But that's his second venture after Bespin. He's not on Bespin anymore because this in this timeline is past when he would have left. But the city itself is still there.
Is the guy with the brain modification there still, or did he go with Lando?
He's still there. It's really impressive, you know all that.
Let's head that way.
We're allowed weapons on that one, right?
After a fashion. Probably nothing like you can't carry the Z6 on there for sure. But pistols, probably okay.
I don't even need those, so I'm happy.
Is it cheaper enough to land the Proto Shadow?
Well, you're gonna dock the Proto Shadow. Cloud City floats, and it's a gas giant. There's no land, so but yes, you're gonna be able to dock there. There's a lot of transports there now. It will be cheaper to dock with like an industrial, like gas platform, and then shuttle over to the city, than it would be to dock the Proto Shadow at the city. But if you want to, you could dock it there.
I'm hopping off regardless. I'm sure I'll get caught up a couple weeks from now. My puppy decided she wanted to wake up, and she's being very, very annoying. So
Oh, it's all
Right
good.
on, man.
We're just doing the prep for the next session. We're not going to
Yeah.
do any more action tonight.
yeah, I figured I figured I'd say farewell for the evening.
Take it easy.
Thanks
All
for
right.
stopping by, man.
Yep, have a good one.
I miss my puppy.
I can mail you mine.
Wonder why you're on mine. Also, it wouldn't survive.
I don't know. You can't kill such evil.
There's overnight mail. It can survive for a night.
It's a good dog. Overnight mail flies. They don't put it somewhere where they're gonna survive. It's cold and there's no oxygen.
Do you think they shoot him into space?
You say to the person who's flown internationally with 4 dogs now, it's
Yeah,
not
but
that bad.
Those are declared as dogs. Overnight, if he overnights a dog, it's not gonna be like he's gonna be like, this is a dog. He's gonna be like, get this package there as quick as you can. I'm gonna get a dog sickle.
They go on the same flights in the same place. Every hold that the U.S. government uses, which USPS, which is your overnight, has a air-conditioned, air-treated hold, guaranteed.
And also USPS right now, they're way behind, so overnight is still like 3 or 4 days. They're claiming it's because of COVID, but oddly enough, FedEx and UPS don't have that problem.
No, they just lose your package altogether.
So Craven,
kind of shrug when you can't find it.
You should, the next time you talk to my brother, you should ask him about his new pet.
I heard he got one like yours.
A bitey motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not really a dog. He got a blue-tongued skink.
Nice. Those aren't very big, though.
Yeah, his isn't yet. It's only like a year old. It's pretty cool.
We have two red belly skinks that live out right outside the house, and they're almost 9 inches.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I see them every now and then when it's sunny, but they're fucking huge, and they try to stay near this giant anthill under the house.
Right?
They're not doing a great job though, because the ants just get more and more.
So anyone left on the stream, we are going to call it there for the stream. Because all we're going to do is plan for the next mission. So I'll see you guys next time.